Yes.
So,
now
raise your
now we're all
hand.
recording.
Oh, raise your hand
Okay,
if you
Chris,
like
go
to eat
ahead.
raw potatoes.
Chris, go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Okay, Chris, go.
Raise your hand if you like to eat raw potatoes.
Potatoes?
Potatoes. Yep. Taters.
Well, since this is an audio medium and we can't see each other.
Well, did you raise your hand?
It's worked really good. Great job, Chris.
Thank you. Curtsies.
So I'm guessing the
As
answer is
always.
no. Why? Why are you asking this?
I just like to eat raw potatoes.
That's fucking strange.
Thank you.
Why?
Mr. Robot, you
That's
too?
why.
I
No,
don't know,
I
I
just
just like-
wanted to raise my hand one way.
Oh.
I just
I
like
like
raw
raw
potatoes.
onions.
They taste good.
Raw onions are delicious, actually.
Raw what?
Raw onions.
Oh,
Those are really good.
apple
Like by
style.
themselves or on a burger?
Oh, on a burger's delicious. By themselves, they're not bad. But have you guys ever had pickled onions? That's really good.
Yep.
That does sound good.
Just
Yeah,
had them tonight.
yeah.
Those are really good.
You just had them tonight?
The little ones? They're
Yeah.
like little ones you get in a jar, right?
Oh yeah, no, I mean those are good too. But no, I meant like just get some
Oh,
a
you
big
burnt
old
ones.
white onion, dice it all up.
Mm.
Then you put some lemon juice, let it soak for whatever an hour, and then eat those up
Wait,
with
lemon
whatever
juice. That's not pickled, is it?
vinegar.
Is this
That's it.
cooking
Some shit.
podcast?
Yeah, vinegar and
I think I've
salt.
got the wrong podcast.
Well-
I am taking notes.
Dude, I still gotta have these guys try pickled Kool-Aid pickles.
Yes.
Pickled
Oh,
Kool-Aid.
yeah.
We need to do that. Yeah.
Pickled Kool-Aid, yes.
The other way. That's
Kool-Aid
really
pickle?
good. Yeah,
Kool-Aid,
Kool-Aid.
pickles.
pickles is freaking good, man.
But are the pickles Kool-Aid in the...
They're Chilean pickles.
They're going,
Are the
"Ooh."
pickles
Are they aiding the
Kool-Aid
cool
or
or
the
is the cool
Kool-Aid's
aiding the
pickled?
pickles?
I couldn't wrap my mind around that. That was weird.
Oh yeah.
Insert the gif of that guy with the mind blow thing.
Yeah, what is it from Tim and Eric, or what is it from?
I have no idea.
I think so. Yeah.
Tim and Eric, awesome show. Great job.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I just know that's where it's from.
It's so funny.
I like Tom Goes to the Mayor. That was a good one.
Yeah.
You what?
Tom Goes to the Mayor. That was the same dudes. They made another show. It's pretty funny.
Oh, okay. Dude, I lose
All right.
my mouse constantly with these 4 monitors. Bacon, how do you do it?
There's a setting within Windows. If you hit Control, it pulses out so you can find it.
Yeah, I do. I just forget to use it. Control twice. Yeah, it puts a little spotlight on it. It's awesome.
No way.
But do you have your
Yeah,
sticky
it's
keys
great.
on?
No. I think I'm a fucking noob. It's the first thing I turn off when I reinstall Windows.
Control twice.
Yeah, for real.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, mine doesn't do that, so it must be a setting that you have to turn on.
Wait,
Oh, for the
let me
mouse?
go back. How often do you need to be reinstalling Windows? What are you doing?
I've been reinstalled Windows in
Getting viruses from playing sketchy games on Steam.
Sharing hentai games with Chris.
Actually, I wish there was a counter that lets you know like how long this Windows has been alive, because it's been years now. It's been years now. Like I'm pretty good at like if I catch some weird shit going on my computer, like, oh, that's a virus or something, or I've already neutered Windows 11, so there's nothing for Microsoft that can slow my shit down.
Do you remember back in the day we used to be able to clone drives? We just have like a mirror backup. Can they? I don't think you can do that anymore, can you?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah.
You can. Oh, I miss those days where you have a whole backup on a hard drive.
I think anyone stands up new drives for any kind of like enterprise or anything like that.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did for my son's computer. It had an old beat up mechanical drive where I installed Windows. And then when I got the NVMe for my PC, I cloned my drive onto my NVMe, and then I cloned his hard drive into the SSD I was using before. So, yep, you could totally still do that.
I remember back in the day, like 20 years ago, we used to have a hard drive in a caddy slot, and we had a computer that we'd download like torrents so we'd funnel everything through one computer. So if you did get a virus, you don't transfer it to all your others. And the amount of times we'd just do a backup nightly, and then the next day you're downloading all the dodgy shit you want to try out. And if it's all safe, then you do another backup, and the amount of times we have to wipe that caddy drive and swap them out with another hard drive. I miss those days.
Yeah, I mean, technically, I guess you could do that, just a hot swappable drive.
Yeah, that's pretty
Indeed.
What I did on my work computer, since this is the first time I had like multiple monitors, I got a massive red pointer for my mouse.
Say that again.
I got a massive red pointer for my mouse. And that's how I can find it.
You call it the Red Rocket?
I thought that's what I had.
It took me a second to realize why you asked him to say it again.
The first
Massive. Your massive red pointer, yes.
huge, massive
Chris,
red.
You
It
call yours the Red
throbs.
Rocket? Is that what you said?
Mouse
I
pointer.
asked if he called it the Red Rocket. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I called it the biggie.
The big.
The biggie. Nice.
El pajarito points up.
Do you have a whole song about it?
Yeah, I made my mouse big at first when I got all these 4 monitors, and then I was like, no. Like I lose it on the 4K TV. I lose it on the fucking 1440p monitor. So I'm always like, okay, just move to one of the 1080p monitors and you'll find it.
You should have your mouse to where it has like that long trail behind it.
No.
Not long. I
What
do
is
like
this?
that.
1998?
Yes.
Let me turn it on and see how awful it is. I haven't done that in a long
Back when
time.
Windows
Motion
was
blur.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose it. It's gonna be down to 10 frames a second.
Yeah. Imagine how
Rendering on,
much
that's
it's going to
terrible.
use so much GPU. Watch. What is it called?
I think it's called trail. But I
Trail?
could be wrong.
Yeah.
But it's not in the Windows 11 thing now, huh? You have to go into the
Oh.
old settings. Yeah, there it is. Old settings,
I just
pointer trails. Ugh.
I just had a genius idea.
That is awful.
Okay, pointer trails that grows 1 extra mouse pointer per click.
Oh.
So you eventually get to a
jeez.
point where you go, okay, that's enough computer for today. I'm gonna I can't see anything.
It just blocks your whole screen. Yeah, there you go.
Need to restart. Been clicking too long.
You know what I used to use is the Snap to when you get a dialogue pop up, it
Oh,
automatically
yeah.
snaps to like the OK or to like the default button on the dialogue screen on the dialogue pop up. But no,
Mhm.
I don't do that
Gross.
shit anymore. I know. No more of that. Welcome back, everybody, to the, I guess, penultimate finale
Mm.
of our Codec Calls series. I almost forgot what
Not
the
to
show
be
was called.
confused with the Pen 15 finale.
What?
Ben 15.
Pen 15.
That was the last episode for sure.
You've never heard of Pen 15?
No.
It's kind of like Pen Island.
Oh,
You know about Pen Island?
Keep going.
Okay, write down Pen
okay.
15. Yeah. There you go. You get it.
Well, actually, it's the Pen 15 Ultimate.
True.
right.
Yes.
Pen Island Ultimate.
Which one's that? That one I need. Okay, I'm gonna type that one out. Hold on.
I was going to do the same thing. You do it. You do it. I'm stuck. I had to see it.
Come on, guys.
Pen Island. Yeah.
Oh, so Penis Island. I thought it'd be something else. Okay.
We're so. Yeah. Have you tried this one, German?
Yes.
Classic.
For those not in chat, we're starting to do calculator stuff.
Yes.
Uh,
Last episode was boner talk.
oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry, listeners.
This
That was 2 weeks
episode
ago. We had
Was
some.
Was that last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Chris's sister.
Yeah.
We took it further.
Anti-penultimate.
You gotta say the moments he does.
The
Oh, gotta save the moments. Yeah.
Gotta save him, dude. Swear to God, dude. I don't know where the hell we got it, but yeah. We make out with them too somehow. I don't know what the fuck we did, but yeah.
All right, let's gain control of this again.
Close your eyes.
Let me get through the intro.
Off the rails.
Already off the rails. Yes, we're here to finish off MGS5. But yes, we have 3 special guests, 2 of which we've had on the show before. And wait, have we had Draugr on?
No.
No.
Okay.
Just after a post recording one time.
Oh, right. When he told me to take him off mute, you
Yeah.
dickhead. So we have 1 newcomer and 2 returning guests so that we may all...
Perfect emulation of the podcast.
Oh, yes. That's true.
Yes.
That's true.
2 veterans,
And
1 new guy.
Oh,
yeah, and not only that, but we also, I think I said this off pod, we each have one person that kind of sees the game the way we do. So in German's case, it seems the Lale Lule Lo shares sentiment with him. For me, it's Mr. Robot, I believe. And Draugr and Chris, I think I'm going to assume Chris is going to share similar viewpoints with Draugr, because Draugr is almost indifferent, and he's just like, yeah, it was a game.
Just play it. Yeah, honestly.
As far as my conversations with him, is that accurate?
No, it's not accurate. I think
No?
the accurate way to describe it would be, I don't want to devalue your opinion because that's your experience. And I think that's the more important part, is I don't want to share what I really feel, because that's me. It's not what everyone else experiences. And I kind of get irritated when people come in, and they're like, oh no, this happens this way. And you go, I didn't really see it like that. And now you just kind of ruined that for me. So long story short, I'm indifferent, and I don't want to influence how you guys see things.
Oh, if you guys don't feel the same way I do about this game by the end of this, I'm going to be upset.
But yes, welcome back to Codec Calls, a Metal Gear Saga podcast where we attempt to stay on the rails and discuss the Metal Gear franchise from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I am Noise.
Hey guys, I am Riser.
And I'm Damn It, Chris.
And our three guests, introduce yourselves, starting with Lolly Lilo,
I am Lalililo, also known as the Unspent Bacon.
Mr. Robot,
And as you heard, I am Mr. Robot.
and our friend from Down Under. I'm sure he's never heard that before.
G'day. G'day, mate. I'm Draugr.
So, Draugr, I have an important question for you. You're the only one who can answer this. I've been waiting to ask you this for a couple weeks. Now that the original creator of Bluey is leaving, how do you think that show's going to go?
I didn't even notice. I had no idea. I actually, up until a couple of years ago, I used to live in the city where Bluey is created and where it's set. Kids love it. I've got two younger kids, so they love it. But I don't know. I never knew that they had lost the.
I guess they're about to. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know who created it.
I guess the next whatever seasons are going to be without him. Yeah.
Disney. Is it just going
Draugr,
to
nobody
Disney or
told
something?
you it's you. You're gonna take over.
Oh,
Yes, that's why you're here.
Congratulations.
Congrats, you're gonna be rich.
great,
In the wildest dreams.
great,
So excited about that.
right? Isn't he?
thrilled.
But yeah, let's dive right in. We have a lot to talk about. So
Sploosh.
yes, Chris,
Yeah.
did you take any time to look at more trailers, see if there's any theories out there?
I did.
What'd you find?
I found a few things. Nothing that really comes to mind right now. It was all just like more general stuff, like I don't know. It was all kind of confusing to me, honestly. I didn't understand a lot of it. And then I came up with my own theory that was shot down twice. So
That's every theory's like that for this
Yeah.
game. No matter how much of, dude, it's got to be this, man. It's like, no. Here's why.
my own personal theory was Solidus is not a clone of Big Boss, but a clone of Venom Snake.
Huh.
And then I
So-
shot him down like immediately.
Yeah.
As,
Yeah, he was-
like,
he
why
was
does
one
he
of
look
them.
exactly like,
Well,
the other two twins?
not in a bad way, but I was like, oh, that's not bad. I'm like, it doesn't work because in MGS4, they use Solidus' body to access GW. So he's like, oh yeah,
Right, the DNA. Yeah.
Yeah.
but not bad. Like I was happy to hear Chris come up with something that he's like, oh, I got a theory.
He was just happy it was not
It wasn't knocked off.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was the other one? What was the other theory that got shot down, Chris?
No, that was the one. It just got shot down twice. The same one.
Oh, twice. Who else?
Yeah.
Who else shut you down?
Who was it? I think it might have been. Oh my gosh, who was I talking
Big Z?
to? No,
Was it me?
It might have
You
been
told
you.
me.
Yeah.
What did you tell him?
It was either you or Wardo.
Mm.
Someone I was telling it to, and they're like, maybe. I don't think so, but okay, you can think that.
What did you tell him, Robot? How'd you shoot him down?
Oh, I think it was something similar because I mentioned about Solidus being a more perfect clone of the boss as opposed to
That's
the
right.
other
Yeah,
two.
you mentioned he was more of a hyperclone as opposed to that's what it was.
And just two, I think, says something like that. I did want to ask you guys. So, Noise, I'm going to take this one real quick here.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask the guys what, because we all, when we started this podcast, we all said what our first Metal Gear game was, and then we kind of got along to the point where it's like, what's our favorite? So I kind of wanted to go down in that same order and ask, what was your first Metal Gear, and what is your current favorite Metal Gear?
Well, you got to ask somebody first.
All right, I'll start out. So for me, it was MGS1 was my first, and my favorite would still be 2,
Yeah.
but the gameplay now of Delta is
Oh, okay.
taken above. But just gameplay wise, is the only reason for that one though.
Yeah.
But for me, everything else wise, it's still be 2.
I just want to let you know, Bacon, it's okay to be wrong.
No, that one has so much more replayability than most
Yeah,
all
but
the
it
other
also
ones.
has Rose, so
You just don't answer her.
I do agree. I do
He's
agree with
the
Bacon. I do agree with Bacon because the dog tags alone add so much replayability, and it's like the first one where you can really fuck with the AI.
Yeah, one was pretty. Just get there, and then just go the other way, or knock on the wall and go the opposite side. But 2,
Yeah.
you could, the
leave them around circles
magazines
with your
and
footsteps.
yeah, walk around forever.
Yeah. I think that the most you could do maybe is put C4 on someone's back, and that was probably it.
Yeah.
Bont, what about you? I don't think I've ever asked what your. I know what your first one is, but what's your favorite? Like, if you've of all the Metal Gears you've played.
Oh, it would still have to be this one. Yeah.
This was your first one, right? This is where you started the series, right?
Yeah, correct.
So 5 and 5.
It's still my favorite. I have not been as fortunate or as brave to play all of them, like the original 2, or even MGS1, MGS2. And Delta will be my first experience with MGS3. I am very excited for that.
Wow.
But still,
I can't wait.
Do you have access to
they will knock
the
this
Master Collection?
off. Probably, yeah. I mean, I have Steam now, and it is available on everything. So I could do it, but I'm kind of put off by the old school controls. Like, I am the target audience for MGS Delta, right? Like,
Yeah.
somebody who's interested in the Metal Gear games, but is kind of, hesitant to use the old controls and stuff like that.
Doesn't want to deal with the jank.
Yeah. Yeah, in that sense, I'm glad that we played in like chronological release order, because I think if I had gone, if we had started with 3, 4, or whatever, and then gone back, it would have been much more of a pain than doing it the other way around.
Hard.
So yeah, I can't imagine. Yeah.
You would have quit.
Yeah, after this game, you go back and you're like, circle.
Yeah.
I started playing MGS3 again just a week ago, and after playing 5 for so long, and you go back to it, and I said to Noise earlier in the week, I was like, man, I can't get used to the aiming. It just feels like the camera controls are so slow, but the aiming is overshooting. It's too fast, and I'm like, I'm trying to fight the fear, and I'm like, I swear I'm in competition with Chris right now for the world's worst gamer. I feel so bad at this game.
Especially with the fear fight. Oh God.
Yeah, I was like, I can't be this bad. Like, it's so hard going backwards. So, yeah, you're totally right. Like, starting at MG1 is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, I even told him, I was like, just cheese him, fuck it. And he's like, oh, I've never tried it before. And I was just like, yeah, you fucking fake death pill, flashbang, and then shoot him with whatever weapon you want. It counts as stamina damage.
I wish that I had recorded, like, I told you earlier that I went through a European Extreme playthrough of MGS3, and that I got stuck because I forgot to take the tracker out of me.
Oh,
and
yes, you're
was
dealing
getting
with
to me Eva, and the Ocelot unit was all in after the Sorrow fight, and I was like, I wish because I could not get my head around the other day doing this fear fight. Like, what the hell did I do? I seem to have breezed this on European Extreme, and I didn't take the fake death pill at that time because I used to cheese the Sorrow fight like with that. You just kill yourself and then revive yourself, so you don't have to walk through it all. But yeah, it's hard.
How about you, Drugger?
Speaking of, does anybody know? Sorry, real quick. Does anybody know why it's called European Extreme?
Yes.
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 Noise. I think you.
Oh, okay. No, then keep on. Carry on. Then, if somebody knows, I'm okay.
Who doesn't know?
I don't.
I do.
I don't.
Yeah. So
Chris should, because this was covered in one of the episodes you were actually in.
It was. Okay.
That's why I don't know about it.
Yeah, it's because back in the day, Europe used to get games later than everybody else, right? Japan first, then the US, and then Europe. And to like accommodate for that, they made a harder difficulty just for Europe, and they called it European Extreme. And then that just kind of became a thing that got released to every single version of the Metal Gear, pretty much. But it was Japan's way of just saying, sorry, you get an extra mode, and that was Substance, I think, was the first time we ever saw that. And yeah, and then we finally got all that shit. But yeah, funny enough, Europe got that first. They got Substance and all that shit first before we did.
Oh, that's right. I think you're right.
Yeah. But
well, we were asking Draugr, what was your first Metal Gear?
Yes,
and what's your favorite?
Mine was 1, and I kind of feel the same as Bacon with this. MGS1. I feel the same way as Bacon, that the later games, because of their playability and that we're so used to so much freedom around the controls and how user-friendly it is very hard to go back and play the old ones to really associate enough to say it's your favorite. But I think just on like the nostalgia value of it, it would still be 1. Just for, I was like, that was my first PS1 game that was kind of like not influenced by my friends or anything. Like I found that and I played it through.
Yeah.
The only game that I did get the big boss ranking on, playing under 3 hours, no stamina, no save. I as a kid, you sit around all day, like after school, just smash that for like 6 hours in the evening. So and that was like, oh man, I've European Extreme, big boss, this, like what the settings were, and I recorded it and got my dad to take a photo of it, so that has a lot of nostalgia and happy memories. So I think MGS1 would still be my favorite if you want to take the experience into consideration. Bacon
and Draugr, did you guys also play the VR missions game, or?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think it came out over here. I have a feeling that at the time, like you were saying, how Japan gets games first, and then the US, and then Europe, and then take a really deep breath and exhale, and then say, and Australia and New Zealand. We used to get games 2-3 months after the rest of the world had already been playing them, and you're struggling. And I think we just got skipped. I think it was just one of those things where the releases of things, and it wasn't until many, many years later, like with the early eBay stuff, that we were able to get copies of these the VR missions.
Okay.
But you're in the future. You're like 38 hours ahead.
Yeah, that's I think it just screws up everyone's release calendar. Like we just can't work out where we are. By the time the AI has worked it all out, it sends us back 3 months.
Well, they mean to release it to you guys first, but
GW.
You're so far in the future, they go, oh shit,
They
we
missed the date. Yeah, and then they're fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or it's like Lost. They just can't find that island. They're just like, where the fuck are they?
Trying to send them the game.
Yeah.
Well,
We've been trying to send you the game.
It's like 7 hours. It's 7 hours, so the tracking location just keeps dumping them in the Pacific Ocean. It's just the world hasn't rotated far enough around yet.
Imagine a supply drop in Australia. Nope. Can't find you.
It's like these days with Amazon, and
turning back.
They take a photo. No, they take a photo of like where they dropped it off the front door, but it's just
like Amazon.
The Pacific Ocean. Yeah.
If I was Australian, I was there just like getting pissed, like no one's finding it, and be like, Morpho would have found me.
This is how the Little Mermaid starts. This is how she keeps collecting all these human bloody artifacts for a cave.
I was gonna say that's what that Pacific garbage patch comes from. It's just a bunch of Amazon deliveries.
Bro, the Little Mermaid just has a shelf of VR mission jewel cases. Every attempt that they try to send to Australia.
You want VR missions? I got 50 million of them.
But who cares?
I want more.
Oh man, yeah.
I should qualify on that answer real quick for Ricer. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I didn't play MGSV. Like when I say it was my first one, I don't mean in 2015. I mean in 2021, like right before I found you guys' podcast.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or like, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like I found Kojima through Death Stranding.
Yeah,
and then
that
led me to Metal Gear.
Yeah. Okay. No wonder you and Chris get along so well. You are both super new to Metal Gear.
Yes.
Metal Gear.
It hasn't changed our personality as much yet.
It's not your identity yet, like the rest of us.
I was literally going to say, like, just space swap you guys. It's all good. Well, I'll take you over, Chris, any day.
Oh, thanks.
Still better than Chris.
I'll just go sit in my corner. That's
Won't
fine.
take all of our cards.
German, should we direct that question towards ourselves?
Yes.
Yeah, might as well recap. Right? You can go, or I'll go, and then you'll finish it off. Okay. So I started with officially MGS 1. That's the one that I knew because I've talked about this before. I had the NES port,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know it was called Metal Gear because I couldn't read back, when I was like 8. So
Or now.
yeah, or now, but even worse when I was 8. So I just played this game that was like,
what is that?
I read that sentence perfect. I fell to sleep. To me, it was perfect English, dude. Maybe that's why I feel asleep. I feel asleep. Maybe that's why I can't fucking read. And so same thing like Chris, couldn't make it past 3 screens and whatever. That was a game that I was just like, it's just a game that sucks. And then 3 was my official first one that I played, kind of like Draugr said. Beginning to end, no online, no books, no cheats, no nothing. It holds this very special place in my heart. But my favorite is 3. 3 is definitely my top tier. I love that one so much.
So nothing's changed.
And nothing's changed for me. 3 is still my favorite. Like I said, I do like all of them. Like even this one here, we'll talk about that in a minute. But 2, like Bacon said, oh man, I played the shit out of 2. I played the shit out of 4. I played the shit out of Portable Ops and a decent amount of Peace Walker. But yeah, 1 is my first and 3 is my favorite.
Okay. Chris?
I guess technically my first Metal Gear game was Smash Bros. I never actually played as Snake in that, so I don't know. I did play on his level, so I knew about the Metal. Well,
Rex
I
and
had
Ray.
seen the Metal Gear. I didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that was technically my first experience with that. And then, as I had mentioned before, the only thing I knew about Metal Gear was the box and that he was in Smash Bros. That was it. Like even the exclamation point, that sound that he makes when he's found, I didn't realize that was from that game. Because
a lot of people in the world don't, but it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
it's in my kids' YouTube fucking. YouTube Kids videos and stuff. Wreck-It Ralph, but it's fucking everywhere. And in people's Let's Plays, every time they get startled, they'll put that sound effect.
Yeah.
They'll even include the exclamation mark.
Technically, so technically, if you consider that a Metal Gear game, that was my first. However, my first actual one was Metal Gear, because that's what we started with.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite to this day, I think it's still 3.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna say still Twin Snakes.
Well, Twin Snakes is definitely better, but yeah, 3 just barely touch.
Wow,
just barely caps it. No, but I definitely enjoyed 3 the most. I am looking forward to playing Delta. But yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. For me, my first one was MGS 1. I have a similar kind of history as Draugr, where it was a game that I found. I had a friend of mine that I barely hung out with him. And I think I told the story where I was like, dude, can I borrow your PlayStation? Like, I want to play this game, but because I didn't have a PlayStation. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm playing this right now. I'm like, all right. But yeah, like months went by before I even remembered again about Metal Gear. And when I literally nobody else that I knew was playing it. And this guy, I hadn't seen him in ages by the time I got my PlayStation. But yeah, it was a game that I feel like I was like, this seems dope and nobody else fucking knows about this. Like, this is kind of crazy.
It was so different at the time too, compared to everything else there. Everyone was playing, like Tomb Raider or bloody Mario Kart and all that sort of stuff.
Twisted Metal and shit.
MGS1, which was so all that. And this was so different.
This was niche, niche as fuck at the time.
Still is.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, we have to make a whole podcast just to get a couple people to talk about it together. Yeah. When we started this, I was like, dude, there's going to be 3 people listening. And guess what? Honestly. Now we got all 3 of them on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, first one, MGS 1. I've been struggling to think of which is now my favorite after all these games. Delta's still on,
better than 4.
Well, Delta's still on the line. What are you talking about? I went from 3 to 5. It was 3, Peace Walker 5. But yeah, I've been like tossing it up, like because 1 is always higher than 3 for me, even though like doing this podcast helped me a lot with the gameplay part of 3. German going like, oh yeah, you could do this, you could do that, and I'm like, what the fuck? 20 years later, Jesus. So yeah, I mean, 3 became way more fun than it did back in the day, but still 1 is higher than 3 for me. But I think 5 is now my favorite. Like that 1, 3, and 5, I've always kind of been battling for first place in my heart, and 1 has held it for the longest time. But playing through 5 again, this is the third time I'm playing through 5. I love it. Especially PC version, that I'm just like, oh, now I can fuck with it. It adds another level of replayability. Same thing happened with 3 when I played it this last time, that I added the crouch walk, which we now get in Delta, that came from 3DS and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just had a funner experience going through it this time when I restricted myself to making it harder. It made me play it in such a way that I've never played it before. So because I know you guys probably felt this last time not playing it as I did, but how OP you get like fairly quickly. Like if you develop the right shit, you get OP like real fast, and everything becomes trivial, but that's the whole point of the game, is you are free to play it as you want. Like if you want to be like the fucking ultimate soldier, go ahead and do that. If you want to play fucking naked and struggle every goddamn mission, you could do that too. So I think that's hit number 1 for me now.
Yes. All right.
I know that was hard to listen to.
It was, man.
It hurt me.
I can like feel German's shoulders like rising and rising as his neck is falling deeper into his shoulders.
Oh, so that's where riser comes from. His shoulders rising in rage.
His rising rage.
No, but
wait, did we get Cruz's favorite? It was 3, wasn't it?
3. Yeah. 3 as well. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sorry.
Yep. 3.
I'm excited for him with Delta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna. I think he's gonna have a blast with Delta. Who here has yeah. Who here has already tried it?
Raise your hands.
Me.
I have not. I've still been keeping myself fresh for it, so none for me.
Okay.
Oh, German saving himself.
I want to enjoy. I want to make this battle last forever, like the boss says, or whatever. Let's make it last.
He's edging himself as long as he can.
After that 10
Imagine
minutes,
playing
man.
5, but with story.
Wait, what?
Imagine playing 5 with story.
Oh,
He's playing 5, but with actual story to it.
Yeah. We'll get to that. Draugr, I think you said you played it?
Delta? Fuck no.
No?
Sorry.
Yeah, this is a clean podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the family.
Not on our Christian server. Christian Minecraft server.
Can you refrain from using fucking bad language, please?
Can you refrain from being Australian, please? No, I think I said to someone earlier in the week that fuck Konami's not getting my money for.
Oh yeah. Work. That's right. Yes.
I don't want to ruin, like, it's the same story as 3. I don't want to ruin the experience I had of playing 3 with whatever this memory is going to create of that story. So I just went, it looks cool, but not for me.
Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough.
Now you've ruined my experience with your opinion.
Yep, I'm sorry.
I largely agree with you, Draugr. And if it wasn't for this podcast, I think I've said this before, $70 is a very steep price for a literal shot-for-shot remake of the original. I wouldn't have done it originally myself either. If it wasn't for this podcast, I don't think I'd be playing this game. Even with it being
I can see how it's worth $70 because they got to pay their staff. But yeah, I think it's rich to assume that the entire Metal Gear community will support you and be willing to pay the $70. I think that price tag is more targeted at a new audience.
Yeah,
and I mean it's their property, and like I said, I'm their target audience. So I was super excited that I was going to get the same game, but with specific quality of life improvements that would be beneficial to me, and I'd get to experience it for the first time, which is pretty cool. Mine is also sitting it wrapped up, waiting for me to finish Death Stranding 2. I gave it a promise ring, so I'm also saving myself for it.
Both of mine are sitting there. Dude, my Death Stranding still has the post-it note that says happy birthday, smiley face. Seriously.
From Higgs.
Did you write
From
that
Higgs.
yourself?
No, from my wife.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I literally
Opens
pictured
it up. There's a pizza inside. Emma Peter Englet.
I pictured the smiley face as Higgs's new Joker face, pretty much.
Oh, his Joker face.
That sounds like from Higgs.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon is the one who's played it, right?
Yeah, he said
Okay.
he's not waiting.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, no, he likes
He's never waited for the podcast.
he likes to blow his load early.
I don't have time. I don't have time to wait for the podcast. If I do, I fall behind unbelievably.
One or the other. He's either really far ahead or really far behind.
I remember you guys were still like mid MGS4,
Oh, yeah.
and you were like, Bacon's done with MGS5 already.
Yeah.
Dude, he couldn't wait for us to 4. Like, we were still like, I think I'm freaking finishing up 3. He's like, I'm going through 4, man. I'll see you guys later.
Well, I get so excited because I was doing the emulation of it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
you were
yeah.
testing that.
4K and
Yeah.
50 FPS, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, back to what we were talking about with Chris. So that's the only theory that you came up with, it, and nothing stuck in your mind that you saw out there.
Not really. Yeah, it just like it was more. I think like general theories of like who Quiet was and what she represents and that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, it didn't really stick, like you said. I don't know. There's a lot to unpack, and just trying to like take it all in and absorb everything and kind of digest it, it out, and all that. You know, it was a lot.
10 years, start a new podcast about it.
Yeah. We should do a podcast where we talk about Metal Gear. No,
Honestly, what's funny is Metal Gear Solid 5 is, as of honestly that I can tell, is the only game in the franchise that has so many videos out there that say like, you know, what about this? What about that? Did you know, what about Kaz? What about Ocelot? You know, like this, it's just constant. Was Huey bad? Was Huey good? Like, and all of them are like kind of always still left open to say like, well, I guess if you want to look at it this way, or if you want to look at it that way, like without a definitive answer, you know, even though it does answer a few questions in this game, like I don't really see, like I said, there is no video that says, oh, what did the boss represent? No, she just was the boss. What did the sorrow represent? He just was, you know, the sorrow, you know, but this one's like, you know, what did it mean? You know, with what's his name, Code Talker and the fucking virus. I don't know. It's just a lot of videos out there, and I got tired of watching some of them back in the day. I didn't watch any this time. I won't lie there. I've said it. God damn it. I've caught myself saying that so fucking much, even with customers, dude. Oh my God. I'm not gonna get sidetracked, but yes. I don't know why I say that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I say it.
For the first time in our interaction today, I'm not going to lie to you. I think this internet is not going to.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. There was one in particular I know these guys really wanted to share with you. I'll let them get to that one, but I'll start real quick by saying one thing. When you told me, Chris, your theory, and you said, you said solid as snake, my heart was like kind of happy. Because it's not a theory, because it can't be a theory, because it won't work. Yeah. But I thought it would have been cool, actually. It would have been another big reveal, in my personal opinion, if you would have to rework the game a little bit. But if at the whole time you were playing as Solid as Snake and not as Big Boss, I think that would have fit the timeline perfectly. It's in the 80s when Solidus was active. They could have also done the whole like twist where Eli could have not been possibly liquid, right? It could have also been
wait, hold up. Hold up.
What?
The 80s when Solidus was active.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Solidus was a baby.
No, he was active.
Wasn't he like...
He trained Raiden in 1986-ish or so.
Oh, no. We looked this up. Yeah. It was in the 90s, I think.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Well, But he was active.
It's because of his advanced aging that it's more advanced than liquid or solid.
That too, and I was.
He actually is younger than all.
He's younger than all of them for sure. Yeah. But we kind of touched upon this one time when we were talking about like solid and liquid were were created using traditional in vitro or whatever that shit's called.
Right.
And we said like, oh well, how the hell did Solidus was born? And you said like he printed him out or something like that.
Like a multiplicity.
He Xeroxed him. And I said, dude, that could work. That could have been like a good reveal could have been like, hey, like you're Solidus the whole fucking time. And like like they had some kind of a different cloning technique because they said he was a perfect clone versus the sons are the sons, right? This is an actual 1-for-1.
Oh, there's something trippy in that. If you think about it, a perfect clone. But Solidus is the exact mirror. He loses the opposite eye to Big Boss.
Yeah. That
Solidus genetically isn't an exact clone. He's a mirror.
But that was one thing.
It's not a duplicate. It's a mirrored copy.
And then at the end of the game,
he's total opposite genetically.
That's why he's so good.
And
he hates child soldiers.
Yeah, and we said Solidus was around like 16 or something when he was training Raiden.
Yeah.
So he had to already have had a bunch of combat experience to train anybody. So that's why I still think I don't think he was born.
No, he was Xerox 100%. He was some new fucking technology that was never used again.
Well, what if they did the same thing like they did with Venom Snake and they just took someone and whether they
the DNA, Chris.
Oh, all right, yeah. Always comes back to that. You're right. Okay.
Unless
have you ever seen Jurassic Park?
No. What is that?
Well, I was gonna say that, Chris, because I was mentioning the same thing to you when you were giving me your theory about Venom and the finger. He had it held up the whole time as he was telling me the theory. I was like, "Why do you turn on your camera?"
Just for that.
And then he quickly turned it off.
And then the finger was there. Yeah.
My new avatar.
I did some research, and apparently Solidus, or Solid US, as I like to call him.
Oh,
I think I'm clever for that. I'm not. He also, so Eva also gave birth to him.
Oh, she did. You're right. She does say that in 4th.
Does she?
Right?
Yeah.
In that ridiculous long cutscene that I had trouble paying attention to as I was falling asleep.
I think your controller turned off for that one, Chris.
See, I think that's most of them. Honestly.
With that said, which one? But at the same time, they were all still like, I don't know, entertaining. In my opinion.
There was the one where Snake had first met her. Solid Snake had first met her at that like church or whatever it was. And she was talking about
all three of you. Or something like that.
Yeah. No, she says, you can't create a human like that. You know, like you have to give birth, like you and your brother, and yes, even Solidus. We're all came from a woman or some shit like that. We're born naturally or something like that. You're right. So he couldn't have been Xeroxed. Never mind.
But how is he training people at 16? That's the thing.
Again, I think the biggest
16 in age, but he's still.
In what year was he
developing faster though?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like they must have given him like some massive like
faster. Doesn't mean they develop faster,
right?
But if you age faster, that means your overall body. That still means that your overall body is going to develop faster. Then,
right? So he probably looked like a 26-year-old or something.
Dude, what if?
But does that mean you have the intelligence of a 26-year-old? And like,
if you're the clone of Big Boss being trained by the Patriots, probably.
I mean, if it's, your whole body is.
I got
developing faster than
Okay, here's the crazy explanation is they stuck his ass in a what do you call that thing? They stuck his ass in an experimental rocket ship and had him circle around the Earth, so therefore he aged faster, right? And he came back, right? Or what if Solidus was the first like nanomachine kind of experiment? And the nanomachines are what? Because remember, nanomachines make everything in this fucking universe. So what if that's what caused them to age and develop faster than solid and liquid?
Or just VR training.
You know what it was?
I feel like we need to add a disclaimer in here. I feel like we need to add a disclaimer that all theories you hear today on this podcast have not been researched whatsoever.
Oh no, we're just shooting. We're shooting from the hip.
Talking about.
No.
So please. Join the Discord and tell us if we're wrong.
Oh, they're 100% true and verified, and Kojima liked all of my tweets.
Yes, he liked,
Oh, okay. I'll leave you alone.
he liked the one where I said his snake shot the knife. He liked it. He 100%.
That's not fair that he liked all your tweets. You keep putting feet on all the tweets.
Well, that's how I get my theories verified. Okay, it's my process.
He didn't even read it. He goes, "Oh, feet."
Yeah.
Retweet. Refeed. Oh my god, he's gonna start a social.
Only
He's gonna
toes.
start a social platform that's just gonna call Refeed.
Peter.
But
Only toes.
He's gonna
Yeah.
only toes.
oh my god.
Awesome. He's gonna have fucking Quentin Tarantino fund it,
Oh jeez.
or he'll be his main mod,
You won't even have to ask.
right? He'll just be like,
Surely this is going to be in the next GTA.
Can I
Only
join?
toes and refeed. It just sounds like Grand Theft Auto content, doesn't it?
Wait, no, he couldn't have been 16. So hold on, because Solidus was born in 72. Raiden was born in 86. So at that point, Solidus is 14. And when the fuck did he said during which war? The
Liberian something.
No, not the one with the library people were fighting each other. Was
Was
it? Oh, you're right. It was Liberian. It sounded like it said librarian.
No. Liberian.
Wow, German getting it right? What is going
Yeah.
on here?
When did that happen? That was early 90s, right?
Uh-huh.
So,
Well,
so
you even say the wrong L country because it starts with the same letter.
Right.
Right.
That too. That's possible.
could have said
Spot on.
Libya.
Well, like I said, the whole Solidus, like I said, you would have to change the whole game, right? Because at the end, you can't be the one that dies, in MG1, right? That would make sense because you would have to become the president at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I thought it would have been super cool. Like when I was playing the game, like I said, I kept originally the first time, and I got that twist, and I hate to say this, but it was like Sylvanum was the medic who was just a throwaway character, and Quiet was this cool sniper who's just a throwaway character, and like I felt like nothing really connected back to any of the other games. Like not that nothing ever connected back to the original games, but a lot of stuff just kind of said like it ends here. So I felt a little sad because I was really expecting Quiet to be someone that somehow influenced the other games and other stuff like that. The Code Talker, like you get presented like, oh man, maybe he's the one that, like you said, he could be whatever. He could be anything. At that point, he could have been Rose's grandfather. I don't fucking know, right?
He could be Decoy Octopus.
He could have been. He could have. Yeah, absolutely, man. He could have been.
What if? Okay, Decoy Octopus was the one that's cloned this whole time, right? And he just plays everyone.
One man show. Chris,
there was no big boss. There was no Solidus. It's all Decoy Octopus. That's my answer. So it works with the DNA. It works with they're all different characters. It works with their different ages. Everything. It all works. They're all just Decoy Octopus clones.
It does. It would work.
Yeah.
Oh, they're clones of Decoy Octopus. They're not Decoy Octopus playing all the different parts. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Yeah. They're all. It was one Decoy Octopus in the beginning, and then they cloned him.
Mm-hmm.
And all those Decoy Octopuses went to play all the characters. Octopi.
I like it.
Octopods.
I mean, it would certainly make your voice bill cheaper for the game. Would the same person voice acting every single line.
We didn't explain to Chris. I don't know if he got it from the game, but the origins of nanomachines.
Huh? Did
you get that, Chris? I don't know.
From MGS5?
Yeah, they don't exactly explain it very well.
Is it that thing that the virus or whatever that Code Talker has? Is that kind of what you're?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Like the what is it called? It the
Bakia.
I was going to say
you.
W.
Yes, the Wolbachia. Yeah, so that's where nanomachines pretty much come from.
Okay.
So that's why Germans like everything's nanomachines, right? Because even this kind
just
of
like the senator,
it's like these are the midichlorians, basically, is what he's saying.
Ah,
yeah.
So the Cobra unit.
So MGS5,
well, the Archaea, not the Wolbachia.
Oh, it's the Archaea, not the Wolbachia.
Right. The voice virus or the throat virus, whatever it is.
I thought the Archaea was metal stuff, though.
But it's like in the same family, right? Like he found.
Yes. No.
He found the virus.
He's right. The metallic Archaea.
Which he?
was the Code Talker.
Oh,
was the original, and he developed it or he found it or whatever, because it's a bacteria. It's an actual living organism. It's not like a chemical or anything like that, and it eats away radiation. That's why he was excited to cleanse the land that was given to him by the United States that was nuclearly tested or whatever. And it was Skullface who was
that's why he was so valuable to Skullface, because with the Archaea you could process uranium faster and more easily.
Right.
And then he used that same funding to make the viruses or some shit like that.
To which the virus was supposed to be the weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
That's what I said too. But
that's every weapon.
Right.
It's intended to, right? But Wolbachia, interestingly, I got really curious. I went down a rabbit hole. So in opposition to what Drager said, I did do a bunch of research. And Wolbachia is it's a real thing. So you guys remember how they're getting rid of the dengue fever and stuff like that by preventing mosquitoes from reproducing. They used Wolbachia. And the Zika virus and stuff like that was making kids' heads tiny or something. Yeah, all that is actually Wolbachia is what they use to mitigate mosquito populations and stuff like that.
So when the mosquitoes speak mosquito,
and it does work by
when the mosquitoes speak mosquito, they die.
Yes.
Okay. And it goes dead.
Oh yes.
Whoa! No.
Don't say too much, or you'll activate your virus.
Oh,
wait, no. Was that a massive in-joke when you what's that mission you go to in Africa? The helicopter's coming in at the airport, and then you get whisked away for the introduction to FOB missions. The boss that you fight,
Mosquito,
the defecting soldier, is called Mosquito.
Oh shit!
I wonder if that's kind of like a what do you call that? Foreshadowing.
Yeah, like
for what's going to happen to Mother Base.
It's related. It's actually a callback to Peace Walker. Mosquito was a soldier, so he's an MSF.
That's
he was he left and then set up in a position. But I just mean the whole term of it kind of foreshadows all of the infestation. Probably. And if it's Wolbachia and what you're saying about the connection to mosquitoes, I wonder if that was just a bit of foreshadowing that people should educated people would probably
no 100%. I think it was done on purpose.
Wolbachia is the cure to the parasite, to the vocal parasite.
That's right.
Oh, that goes deeper then, doesn't it? Holy shit.
Yeah.
It's almost like Kojima thought about this.
More than we did.
He had a team of people relating,
Yeah, I mean, when you think about just because obviously this one man didn't think of all this shit. You got to give so much credit to Koji Pro, because there are multiple writers, not just him. But it's nuts how well that team was just a well-oiled machine. They were just bringing in ideas, and seeing if shit works. That doesn't work, throw it out. I don't know. I don't know how the games are always they're always a nice, neat little package, even with their flaws. It's always, somehow they all work together, and I think
they just link together so solidly, like a metal gear, metal gears going together,
And a well-oiled Metal Gear.
I don't know how many of you have watched some of the makings of these games, but he has an open door policy, he has these little suggestion box pretty much, or, come knocking at his office, just hey, fucking, I got this idea for whatever. And it's just okay, well, let's see if it fucking works. And
in there.
and he also gets vetoed and shot down on a bunch of stuff too, right? He's not the end all be all. People will be no, don't fucking do this. And I'll be oh, but it'll be cool. No, we're not going to fucking do this. The end is not going to be
Don't make me buy the game again every time I die. That's stupid.
Yeah, the end can't be a 2-week long fight.
Female soldier needs to wear boots. She needs to wear boots.
That doesn't mean I can't scan her feet.
So I saw this one. I saw this one not too long ago, that apparently he really, really, really wanted Emma, when you're escorting Emma in Metal Gear Solid 2. That when you're in the water swimming with her, that all of a sudden there'd be a trail of blood, and when you got at the end out the section of it, Raiden would be "Are you okay?" And she'd be "Yeah, I'm fine." It's "Oh, I saw blood. Are you hurt?" She's "No, it's just never mind." And they were "No, dude, we can't have that." He's "Come on, it'll be cool." And it was "No, we're not." fucking putting a menstrual joke or section in this game, dude.
Blood trail.
Yes.
Just his disconnect from women is painfully obvious in every single fucking game. Like he just has no idea of the female mentality that it just shows.
And I think he puts himself and Hal over that.
I think so.
Hal, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, Hal is very clueless. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he says that he is Otacon. When they were talking about making MGS2, he kind of says like, yeah, I'm Otacon. I'm the nerd and blah blah blah. But yeah, I never made the women connection. That makes sense.
They're kind of a victim of their own success, really, aren't they? Because they came out of that Japanese niche industry that you could get away with stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because the audience would appreciate it, and they got too mainstream, too westernized that they're kind of a victim of that.
Yeah,
that they can't do these really quirky niche things that people who are gamers who love their stuff they know it's a joke, they know they don't get offended by it, they're not going to shut them down. But these days, you put that in a game and it'll be all over Twitter, and then the studios are getting sued and shut down by bunch of angry protesters.
He's just going to be more creative for excuses to scan feet.
Yeah.
No, but you're 100%. There's a huge cultural difference, right? Like the person shooting him down might have just really literally been that. It was like, no, because this won't play over well in the West. It's like you can't do that. Even then for them, they were like, yeah, that's fine, but because like I said, they have vending machines that have fucking girls' panties over there and shit like that. So it's like,
yep,
you can't find that here. Like if you put that up here in the States, people will be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like used panties, get out of here.
No, not used, bro.
There's used panties.
Not in vending machines.
Yes, there. God damn it. Okay, keep talking.
Go find your rope.
Yeah. Well, and that's a real consideration. I think exactly what Reiser's saying. For example, they didn't want to put they didn't reveal in Deadpool 2, the invisible guy ended up being Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
They never credited him on that because they don't play his movies in China because he was in 7 Years of Tibet and they did not like that movie.
Oh yeah.
So anything that he's in is like limited release in China, which is a huge market. So if you're making a Deadpool, you definitely want to hit that one.
Yeah.
Right. So is that why they actually got him to play that? Because they wanted, that he didn't get credited for it because he's in for like 1 second, isn't he? Not even.
Right.
Yeah, just a couple frames of him dying. That's it.
Frames, literally. You have to.
Yeah, exactly. Green screen.
But I wonder if that's purposely thought out. We want to hit the Chinese market because the first movie 100%. Was so good. Yeah, that's crazy.
And maybe
you have to
Ryan Reynolds
think about those things creatively.
And maybe Ryan Reynolds was just like, hey, if we just show you for a couple frames, that's a middle finger to China. just for a couple of Chinese people to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Was that fucking guy from 7 Years into Tibet?
Whatever his name is.
All those white guys, they look the same.
Right. Yeah.
Now, are we in the shit right now? Like, if anything's open game?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
I think so, right?
Yeah.
What you gotta say?
Open discussion.
Okay. So, like, one of the things that I was thinking about is that is one of the biggest clues for me that this game is, in fact, not finished. It did not get, like, the end game Kojima little touches. Like, the fact, like, when you guys were talking about, you can't, column bombardment on Skullface, and it triggers, like, a time paradox. I feel like those are the little things that Kojima would put. Like, this is a guy that, scanned Stephanie Houston's feet, like, so that they're in there, like, right? Like, he's known for those little details, and they're present in all the other games.
There's no
he
new
left.
Game plus.
There's no new game plus.
True replayability unless you just replay missions.
I think that got
yes,
proven,
and there's there was a Reiser had the phantom pain of a boss. Like I don't think you guys have actually talked about it, but there's that Mission 51, right? Like,
oh right,
or 53.
Chris, have you run into Mission 51?
No.
So thank you for bringing that up. I want to see Chris's live reaction to this for this episode.
Chris, you're on your camera.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and turn on your camera and don't flick us off, please. Again,
I'll try.
Or with your fingers.
If you flick us off, do it with your toe.
That's the wrong camera.
I want to see them dogs.
Hang on, 1 sec. Settings.
Those D-hoagies.
So, was there a time paradox thing in Peace Walker?
Trying to think. Not that I know of.
That's my.
I think Peace Walker gets a pass for being a PSP game.
No.
It's probably game. Yeah.
See, I that's my counter argument is that Kojima rarely repeats himself, right? Why then we get dog tags in MGS3? You know, just certain things like that, they don't carry over because Kojima's the type of director that some things will continue on and other things are like, yeah, that was fun for that one game, but it won't make much sense in this other one. Like, okay, I did my time paradox joke, let's move on. You know, didn't happen in Peace Walker. Didn't happen in Portable Ops.
I don't mean necessarily a time paradox. I just mean like a game over or something, right? Like,
yeah, at least a game over.
Or heck, he might have just given you that S rank on that mission. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just anything. He's the kind of guy that thinks about, oh, what if the player does this?
What if they try this? Yeah.
And that's true in Death Stranding 2, and that's one of the biggest indicators for me that this game was in fact not finished.
I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure that not long after the release, and you'll still find remnants of it on Imager and all those sort of sites, is there was a former Konami employee who worked with the Koji Pro team that was on 4chan releasing information. He was doing like one of those Ask Me Anything sessions. And he basically just unraveled the entire game and what the structure was originally supposed to be, where we were also supposed to go explore. You know, there was a whole bunch of different mechanics, and the flow of the story is there's a lot of the game missing. So I don't want to go through that until Chris has actually watched episode 51. But,
and the concept art and stuff. I'm excited to talk about that too.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Chris, are you ready?
I am ready, spaghetti.
For your listeners out there, sorry you can't see this. Well, here we go. If you guys want to watch along with this,
I'll raise my hand for them so they know when I'm reacting.
Just so everyone knows, Chris looks like a pimp on a big zebra print couch right now.
There's a reason for that, I promise you, but we'll get into that later.
The zebra print is my fault because mostly it's his couch's fault.
Yeah,
because it's too close in skin tone that the NVIDIA background remover thing doesn't work while he's streaming, and he's always fighting his couch. He's like, "Couch, go away!" And I was like, "Chris, you need
just like a portion of it'll appear next to me. Like, go away, get out of here."
Yeah, and I'm like, "Chris, you need something that's not your color skin behind you, so that NVIDIA knows, like, hey, that's not."
We decided it needed to be like some sort of pattern or something, and the only thing I had was this. So
which is perfect. It worked perfectly. So I was telling Chris, I was like, dude, mine works totally fine, and my lighting is shit. And he's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm like, dude, get something with a pattern on there. And he put that on there, and I'm like, that's perfect. All right, guys. Well, I will link this video in the description.
Homage to the African animation.
Yeah. If you want to watch along with us, we will be playing in 3, 2, 1, play.
Boss, about Eli and his boys.
You know where they went?
We're still working on it, but the chopper pilot they had fly them out of here is back.
And?
He said once Sahelanthropus and the chopper got out to sea, they split up and headed in different directions. The chopper headed straight for Africa. They made it about 50 miles inland before running out of fuel. The kids used vines and duct tape to tie the pilot to his seat before they disappeared. He was almost dead from dehydration when the medics found him. They left him alive on purpose.
Yeah, they're calling us out. They want to settle this.
The intel team are using the direction Sahelanthropus headed and the direction the kids took off in to narrow down the search area. And with Hewick helping out, it won't be long before we know where Eli is. There's just one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
Apparently, there are already men going around the nearby villages asking for witnesses of the giant in the sky.
Damn it. Already?
It's clearly business as usual for Cypher, even with Skullface gone. They must have been dying to get Sahelanthropus back ever since Afghanistan. And if they beat us to it, they'll be getting more than that. Eli's carrying the English strain of the vocal cord parasite. We've tracked down Eli and his men. They've spread the parasite across the island. It won't affect you if your voice hasn't broken, so they're safe, for now. Eli's driven all the adults off the island. Recess is officially in session. His own version of Lord of the Flies, only instead of a pig's head, Sahelanthropus. And it's swarming with something worse than flies. They presented one demand in exchange for the nuke. Big Boss's body. Those kids have got a lot to learn.
Okay, boss. The objective is to recover Sahelanthropus and the children, Eli included. Once you're in the air, we'll hit the island with napalm. Can't let those things spread. It gets worse. Here's the tape from when Eli took off.
Where is he?
I told you, your father's not here.
They're back.
His voice is starting to change, meaning he's almost a man. So if he's carrying the English language strain, well, if he starts showing symptoms, it's over.
Feel asleep.
So those are Cypher soldiers?
I think so, but never thought about it. Maybe. always, Snake just watching from fucking afar, doing nothing. That guy's biscuits is burning.
Nowhere?
From the crotch dig.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Chris, you died to it like 7 times.
Yeah, I did.
That's taken from Metal Gear Gander.
I knew you'd be through here! You're not a kid anymore. You can call your own shots. But at this rate, you'll be dead before you have a chance. I'm free to die however I wish. Yes. Free. You don't get the last word, Father. I'll break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you!
Stormtroopers.
I know. What the hell? So they must be ciphers.
That's what I do. I just stare at it too.
He also can't tell the difference between heights.
Respect.
There's an empty one that's top there.
There you go.
I just got another blue and white.
This would never happen to Chris. Miss every shot.
I love how he headshots. I love how he headshots all the Cypher swappers. But then...
Con!
Emotional, that's good.
I was going to say, do your impression now.
Give me some room. They'll be all right. The vest took the bullet.
Get him on the chopper. We'll patch him up at base.
So he headshots all the soldiers.
Oh, he's too short.
Boss, he's showing symptoms. Huh?
If they aim lower to hit him in the chest.
What?
Yeah, exactly. Either headshot or chest shot. Or crotch shot, rather. His chest is where they crotch
He's
shot.
an MG1. He's top down view. Everyone's the same height.
And I was the floor. My fate was written in my genes. I'm the loser. You. All because of you. I'm not me. I'm just a copy of you. I will surpass my father. Destroy my father. Destroy you. I'll kill all of Cypher. I'll destroy your precious world.
Code Red, we need to go, fast. How's it going over there? There's nothing you can do for him now.
Island's completely contaminated. Orders are to use napalm to sanitize.
Sanitize every square inch. Prepare to drop. We're pulling out.
Okay, I did see this part in one of the videos I was watching. But I didn't realize it was part of this. Okay.
You're wondering, like, where the hell is this cutscene?
Yeah.
You're one hell of a soldier.
I will kill you!
That's right. Don't blame yourself. Blame me.
Sahelanthropus in two pieces, right?
That's what I was gonna ask.
What it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta give Madnar a starting point.
Because it's gonna be like solid and difficult. assume that's the parasite?
Yeah, go nice and slow, Mantis. It's not like fire's on its way.
Fly away, Peter.
I was gonna say it's Peter Pan, dude.
This is the origin story of how he became Liquid Snake. He just got melted.
From solid, yeah.
Mario and Luigi were also clones of their father. Would Mario be Liquid Plumber and Luigi be Mario be Solid Plumber and Luigi would be Liquid Plumber?
I think so.
I don't know why Luigi gets the recessive genes.
Well, see, he thinks he's the inferior one.
Exactly, superior.
And who's solid is?
No, yes.
Waluigi or Wario?
It's not over yet.
Peach.
Wario.
It's not over yet. Yep. And that's
So that's really funny. I just had this thought. Both Eli and Skullface had these massive speeches that they rehearsed in front of mirrors and like over and over in their heads, only to deliver it to the wrong guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both of them. Even in that big old long, Jeep ride, Skullface is spilling his guts to the wrong guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That is pretty comical.
Which that still strikes me as odd because there's that scene where when you first get Huey and he looks like he doesn't recognize you. Like, is that you? Kind of. I don't remember exactly what it says, but he's like Snake, and he's like, he clearly is like, is that actually you? And then you just start talking. And I want to say there was one other person who did that too when you first met them.
Miller.
Or something.
Every single person that every single person that meets Venom, having known Snake or Boss before, John, let's say, does a second take, including the stinking robot, the stinking Boss AI.
That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
Except Skullface.
Yeah.
Except Skullface, you're right.
His whole face is, a little messed up. I don't think he can discern details.
He does wear that mask.
He worked as cleanup for the boss, but would he actually know who he was?
I mean, that's
fair too. Yeah, he probably hasn't looked at it that much. Yeah.
Well, he does. He doesn't. He knows enough now to know who it was, or is that just post mission fame? This is the guy who did it. I wonder if he knew at the time who it was.
Yeah, maybe he didn't know. Maybe
he would have seen pictures, right? But known the legend.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I'm doing a job. I'm cleaning up after some guy who's in front of me.
Exactly.
And but then it revealed, it's this guy. Okay, now I know who the fuck I was having to clean this shit up.
Yeah, no,
now I'm pissed off.
That's very likely because that like in terms of like keeping the mission a secret and or what's that word in case you get compromise. Like all he knew is like you're doing cleanup. He wasn't told clean up Virtuous Mission or clean up Snake Eater Mission. He was doing your clean up 133, and that's all he knows is he's going out behind somebody. He has no idea who it is. He has no idea what the mission is. He just knows he's cleaning up after him. That's very likely.
He was doing the virtual mission.
Think about the poor Skullface that lived in Chris's game. The amount of souls that were in the River Styx. That Skullface would be so pissed.
Yeah, no shit.
Oh man, he had a lot to clean up, that's for sure. Oh man,
a lot of cleaning. And then another thing, and you were probably going to bring this up, Noise, more lines delivered by Venom than in the entirety of the rest of the game in this one cutout mission 51.
Yeah.
In this mission?
Yeah. I think so, man. I think so.
It seemed like it, yeah.
51? Yeah, I mean he's like actually responding to things that people say.
Yeah, he's not pulling a link and just
nodding. Yeah. And interestingly, this would have been our only mission, like main mission that wasn't a repeat of everything else, post finding out the truth, right? Like he knows he's not John here when he's talking to Eli.
Remember too, I think we've said this a few times in this podcast, that history is written by the winners. The truth that we get told, and go back to even Eva saying that, the truth is hidden somewhere in the lies. If this perspective is from Cypher, because Venom is a fucking terrible narrator, do we even know that the truth is the truth?
Hey, he's not a bad narrator. He's just unreliable.
But here's the thing: right before the truth, right before we start the truth missions, there's a Friedrich Nietzsche quote. There is, what is it?
There's the truth only interpretation.
Facts do not exist. They're only interpretations.
Exactly. So, and they tell us that, and then they go, "Now here's the truth." Like we've just been given a precursor saying, there is no such thing as fact. Here's the fact. And it's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe any of that truth shit. I actually have a really interesting theory on that.
Let's hear it.
So
Chris, we don't want to look at you anymore.
Ishmael is not Big Boss.
What? Oh,
close your camera.
I forgot about that.
Rude.
Zebra,
So rude.
zebra print pimp. So, okay, how's this? Ocelot has had to use hypnotherapy to, what does he call it?
Hypnagogia.
Yeah.
Can we hear him from Ocelot's mouth himself?
To
Hypnagogia. Yeah, boss, I had to do that there, hypnagogia.
Okay, so he's done that to Venom to help replace his memories with Big Boss's, right? And give him the same experiences. He can guide what that experience is. I kind of have this funny theory that Big Boss was never in Cyprus, at least not in the hospital, and that it was Ocelot who was there. Ishmael is Ocelot, but he's made Venom's memories appear like it's Big Boss doing it, or a mirror of himself. Because when we first get introduced to this mission at the very start of the game, the ambulance rolls over, and then we never see what happens. We don't see the Ocelot meetup, and it's kind of like now they're wanting to try to piece that together by in the truth mission being like, oh, Ocelot's pulling him out. Here we go. Now they're two separate characters. They're trying to force that idea. Whereas if you look at it from the prologue version of it, other than the additional bits when Big Boss is on his motorbike and yada, 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 and we're about to go on the ship, that crap. Or was that only in the truth? That was only in the truth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So there's at no point that you get Big Boss and Ocelot together. So you don't know. He could get out of the car, change out of his hospital attire into his Ocelot gear, then come back half an hour later. They gave him about a half an hour window, didn't they, of rolling the thing over, and then Ocelot coming back and Venom waking up. Was Ishmael just Ocelot the entire time?
Well, there's something that reinforces what you're saying.
That is interesting.
Is Chris, did you listen to the rest of the tapes?
Yes.
So do you remember the last tape where Skullface visits Boss?
Vaguely, yeah.
If you listen in the background, the doors that open and close in that room are nothing like the doors in Cyprus. They're automatic and electronic, like they would be in MGS1 and whatnot. So Big Boss is somewhere else. So this whole, because I never thought that it would be Ocelot. I thought it was just you imagining someone there rescuing you, but it was just you yourself.
But he drives the van.
I also think,
but he drives the van. The ambulance.
If he's reshaping his memories,
out of body experience.
That's true. That's true. I mean, he could.
It's all weird. So the statue in front of the hospital is the boss riding a horse.
I remember seeing that in the video too. Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's all.
Yeah. So
that would track with Reiser's thing, where you kept saying like he just disappears. You're like, where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, he just blinks out of fucking existence when he jumps.
He's not actually there.
Yeah, when he jumps, at the staircase, it's just like, okay, he's gone now. And also, if there's a part in the intro, right, where he's telling you, Ishmael's telling you, like, aim for the head or whatever and take the shot. He won't take the shot until you do. Like, you can wait and wait and wait and wait. Eventually, there is a timer that finally he'll just shoot the people, right? Because you're both supposed to shoot two different soldiers at the same time. So it's kind of like, is that you? Are you the one shooting? That's why he's not shooting. There's just,
or is that the truth as to why we we don't think it's Ocelot because Ocelot would twist his wrist to absorb the recoil, giving away his revolver technique.
Oh, we should look
and
back.
He can't be seen doing that because that'd be a giveaway.
Dead
we
giveaway.
should watch back when he does the dive over the stairs to disappear. Does he twist his wrist, his elbow to absorb the recoil?
Yeah, I never thought about that one.
But who'd that technique come from?
It's just a revolver technique. That's what he gets told in
MGS3.
In MGS3,
Big Boss didn't teach it to him.
Naked Snake recognizes the technique that he's using.
Oh,
you're saying, but where did he learn it from? Yeah,
cowboy movies, honestly, because he's a big fanatic.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, this is where he picks up his cowboy accent out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Never uses it again.
Never meows again either, which makes me sad.
I'm glad he doesn't meow anymore.
I'm glad he doesn't do it either, but I wouldn't mind if he did it like as an Easter egg somewhere, like in this game or even in 4 or some shit would have been kind of cool.
In 4 when he dies,
yes. Instead of doing that
with the finger guns,
yeah.
Finger guns.
You're pretty good. Oh, dude, that would have been
or rather, that's how you know when you're fighting him because there's like the different stages of the fight.
Yeah,
and his stage starts with the finger guns.
Oh, yeah. I prefer it as a.
What if they went through all the versions of him through every game?
Oh,
that would have been a boss fight. And you're the first one, and it's like a MGS1 version of him, and then if it was release date chronological, but yeah, that'd be cool.
He mentions.
What were you gonna say, Bacon?
I was saying that during 4 with the last fight with Ocelot, like it does go through all the different versions of him.
Oh, it does. Okay, I don't remember. I played through it once, and I was like, "This game's shit. Fuck off."
Thank you, Draugr. Someone had to say it.
No worries.
But it goes through different. It goes through. The first phase is more of a liquid phase. The second phase is more of a solid liquid phase, which because he has got that, like Quasalot. And third phase is OG Ocelot. Yeah, but I noticed that in the first phase it is like I said, it's literally like fighting liquid on top of T-Rex, and then on the second phase so they had to make it up because you never fought Ocelot in Metal Gear Solid 2. Like you never fucking fight him in any way, shape, or form. So they just gave him that because like, I got a big arm that I keep flexing, so I'm just gonna have a power punch, and that's pretty much all that fight is. That one should have been maybe more
Shaska.
Shaska. They should have been more resemblance of maybe what's his face, Solidus. Maybe I don't know.
I just kind of throws tentacles.
Yeah,
no, but
pulls out those samurais.
Yeah, those samurais
comes out of his back.
Yeah, the katanas or something. That's what you do fight,
or he sprints across the map, leaving fire behind him.
Yeah,
there you go. He does do a shoulder. Oh no, that's the liquid, the shoulder ram he does. Yeah, never mind.
Oh yeah, that fucking movie used to fucking piss me off back in the day. Does anybody else have some theories they want to share? Should we leave the best for last, or does anyone else have any other theories?
Well, I
mean, there's not much else.
I remember there was another theory I had seen or heard or watched or whatever you want to say. That in Metal Gear 1, you don't actually fight Big Boss, that you fight Venom.
Yeah,
right. That's
actually is confirmed.
Yes, not a theory. That is what happened.
Yes.
So that's why.
Yeah.
That's why he lives to fight. That's why Big Boss is around in Metal Gear 2 and fight him then.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it says it in that summary, right, where it's like 72, 74, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving you all the dates.
Then
it says Solid Snake.
Yeah,
it says Solid Snake kills Venom Snake at Outer Heaven, whatever year that was, 1995 or some shit.
Right.
So yes, that is confirmed for show.
So Metal Gear 1 was the one where Big Boss or Venom Snake was the one saying like, "Oh, I forgot to mention that was that one, right?"
Yes, that's that one.
Okay.
That's that one. Now there was a theory about that one, how it's like, so supposedly the real Big Boss from Foxhound is the one that originally sends you in, and then it goes to when he says like, "Oh, we're gonna switch radio frequencies" or some shit like that. And supposedly
then it switches to
when he switches frequencies, it's now Venom Snake that's talking to you. And now I should go back and look at that. Like, when does he starts saying like, "Oh, I forgot there's gas in there. Oh, I forgot there's fucking this, all that bullshit." Is that like after he switched frequencies? But supposedly that's
No, before.
Yeah.
It's before, isn't it? It's like all the early stuff. I'm pretty sure. Because I was watching playthroughs of it while you guys.
Oh, really?
I was
Okay.
listening to your podcast from when you guys are playing. Yeah, and looking at maps. So, and yeah, it happened. All that stuff is like kind of before.
Okay.
Like him, like Big Boss on the Foxhound side is being fed info, but kind of delayed, not getting it on time. So then when you finally get further into the game and they switch frequencies, you're switching over to Venom, and he obviously knows his shit. So then information is starting to become a bit more thorough.
You know what? Yeah. You know what though? I just realized too that how this game kind of throws a wrench in that theory of the whole Big Boss wanted Solid Snake to Greenhorn to infiltrate Outer Haven, confirm the existence of a Metal Gear and this whole army, and then die, right? Because in this game, where's I going with this? In this game, it's kind of not that, because Venom Snake is there, so Big Boss sent him into. Was he expecting the same thing? I guess, because I guess you're right. No, I guess it would work because he would expect him not to get to the end and see his Phantom and say like, "Oh shit, well it was me the whole time," haha.
But that's
were they trying to kill Snake? Isn't the whole point of it the whole time they send him in because they were trying to kill him?
Venom? You know what? You're right. I think this
trying to kill
Snake to kill Solid Snake
like the whole time. To kill, like they were trying to bait him in there and try to kill him. Like, is this part of the? Did Big Boss at that time know that he was a clone of himself? Is this just his way of trying to get rid of his clones?
You mean Venom
legally?
Snake?
No.
Legally.
No. Big Boss never supported the Les Enfants project.
So he was trying to kill Solid Snake.
He doesn't. Yeah. Was he like, I'm going to get my kid? I'm going to be commander of this operation, and I can get this soldier who I know is my clone, and I can terminate this project by sending him on a death wish, on a mission that he can't succeed in. So all the bosses and everything and all the soldiers are there to try to kill him, and he's too good. So obviously you do the mission and blah, blah, blah. But it kind of also puts the perspective on it, is Big Boss actually the good guy? When you're Solid Snake, you're an anti-hero, not even the actual protagonist. Because if all the stuff that happens to create the entire series, really, when you look at it, the majority of it is heavily weighted on the Les Enfants 3 project and Big Boss's separation from Zero and Cypher. So, is Big Boss actually the good guy? Because he's like, I'm really, again, this is a really poor decision. I don't support what you guys are trying to do, making clones out of me. Like, it's not going to end well. Looking at the Genome Soldier project later on. And he's actually doing his own thing. And then you've got Solid Snake and the government and everything. Are they supposed to be portrayed as, we're going to make it look like they're the good guy, but they're kind of bad guys?
I mean, no. Big Boss is also against the Patriots, the whole AI thing and the control stuff.
Yeah.
And Snake and Raiden are always sent in to do their bidding.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, we're always
on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Right. It's what they did to him in Snake Eater, and he was like, never again.
Is this a perspective that maybe is appreciated more as you're older and you look at it from a parental managerial kind of position as your status in society, where you look at it and you go, okay, Big Boss's ideas and morals and things and what he supported are actually pretty sound argument. But when you're a kid, you're like, I'm going to be the little hero who runs in and infiltrates the thing, and I'm the good guy. It's two totally different perspectives coming from a point of perspective in life and your understanding it in society. And
right. Solid Snake just went in there trying to save the Mamacitas.
Legitimately.
Who was the Mamacita in that? Who was
Meryl?
it?
Meryl, yeah.
No, not Metal Gear Solid.
Not in Metal Gear.
We're talking about Metal Gear. What was the chick who had Jennifer? The boyfriend and she was always shopping or in the shower?
Was it Jennifer?
Was it Jennifer?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think Jennifer, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the shower. She's like, she's in the shower. Like, what the fuck are you picking up the ring for?
She's just out shopping. Like, where are you?
Yeah. She's on a mission. Why isn't she at the fucking radio? Who the fuck are you?
The boyfriend.
It was the brother, wasn't it?
Well, we do have to remember this.
That was answering the phone. I think it was the brother, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think so.
What are you gonna say, Robot?
But saying Yeah.
I was gonna say that we have to remember that this is not One Piece. Like Venom Snake did not exist when Metal Gear was made.
Yeah.
No,
or when Metal Gear 2 was made, like there was no plan. So like it makes sense to go back and look at the sprites and see if you see a little horn or a little tail or whatever. But definitely
no, and I mean
there.
you could easily explain that away with like at the time they didn't have the technology to remove it without giving a brain hemorrhage. But 20 years had passed between then and the events of that. So, they could have easily had the technology then to do the surgery successfully and remove that shrapnel at least from his head,
or shave pieces. It down.
Yeah, that too.
Well, if you look at the Metal Gear's procession, you would think they'd have less technology.
Right, because Sahelanthropus is so goddamn advanced, dude. That really bothers me. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, German, how do you say it?
Sahelanthropus.
Hawkeye blue. Yeah, because I kind of thought that too. Like before I knew this was not Big Boss and it was Venom Snake, I thought about like, well, what about in the Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2? He clearly doesn't have that, and Metal Gear 4 he certainly doesn't have it. Metal Gear Solid 4 rather. And I was like, well, you could argue that they had the technology later on between those events, and they could easily write in that, like, oh yeah, just retcon it or whatever you want to call it. Just say that at this point in history, before you saw him again, they had the technology to either remove it successfully without him dying, or like you said, shave it down, or some other thing. So
yeah, some way to conceal it or something.
Yeah. Concealer, maybe.
Yeah, they just fucking
how much
actual makeup. You can hardly see it.
How many? Have you gone down the whole trail, Chris, since you finished the game of like trying to find different theories and stuff, or are you just?
I've looked around a bit. I haven't done a whole lot just because I want to like be able to take it in and like absorb it and everything. So I haven't done a whole lot yet, but I have done some. Yeah,
because I think earlier, Noise, you were saying saving the best theory for last, and I think you're talking about that Python Sulcan one, right?
Are we there yet? Is that where we're going?
I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
Chris, take a look at chat real quick.
People are getting tired. I want to talk about Huey, that piece of shit.
What do you want to say about Huey?
Well, you guys were talking about Letterkenny a while back, and every time they mention McMurray, somebody says McMurray's a piece of shit. I feel like that should be the same for Huey. He's a piece of shit.
Wait a minute.
Well, number one is like, do what?
Hang on.
I'm sharing things in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've seen this photo before.
Is that your name?
Look at the bottom one. Look at the bottom one.
Yeah.
Bottom what? No, yeah.
Read it. Read the bottom picture. Read the bottom picture.
These are my screenshots, by the way.
Vic Boss, Gray Fox.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the most...
Boom, Bob's your mother's uncle.
This is the most infamous theory. It has a bunch of holes in it, like any theory does. But to me, it's the one that makes the most sense, especially with how incomplete the game is. As Robot said, as much as I hate to admit it, there's just so much missing.
Thank you for admitting it.
I actually put a link in our spoilers Codec Calls for that.
Hey man, I have to hold back and hold my ground sometimes, because otherwise, how would it sound if I told Chris the whole time, like, oh yeah, this game's not done, dude. Fucking sucks. It's not finished. I don't even know how we're playing it, dog.
I've not mentioned anything about it not being complete the entire time for that exact reason.
Yeah, it's a big.
Now we're at the end though, and I can say this game's not fucking finished.
So yeah, I mean,
well, that's interesting because I posted a link in our spoilers Codec Calls of that 4chan.
Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah.
So the entire structure that we get the game and the way we're getting Ground Zeroes first before Phantom Pain was never supposed to happen. It was always supposed to be one game. So for Chris's update on this, originally we're supposed to start, DeKelly, a hospital, wake up, go through the whole thing with Cars and rescue him and come back to Mother Base and then do a flashback to more storytelling, more narrative, take us back to Ground Zeroes and do the Ground Zeroes. And Ground Zeroes was supposed to be Chapter 2 or Act 2. And then we go on to continuing Afghanistan and then Africa. And then there was supposed to be also adding Western Russia, like kind of where Snake Eat is situated, as opposed to be like the jungles and stuff around Zanzibar Land.
Okay.
So there was a lot more that the game was supposed to have, and the way that the game was supposed to be delivered to us was totally different in the end. They went, oh, we're just going to make the flashback thing as like buy some time, or release a separate game. It's a mini game, and then give us more time to develop the game. But just obviously like what you just saw with, was it episode 51, the whole fighting with Eli and the boys when they escape. Yeah, like there's just so much that's missing in this game that is reason why 10 years later we're able to make a podcast and talk about it still, because there's so much content it's kind of a marketing genius move, really. Just release a game full of plot holes and let people talk about it for a decade.
Yeah. Cut off our left hand, why don't you?
There's multi-games on either side of it that it leaves holes in.
Yeah. I remember, now that you mention it, and now that I see this Gray Fox thing, I remember another theory that Venom was Gray Fox. And they use his eye, like the way it's all discolored and everything, and then they use it shows Gray Fox later on in Metal Gear Solid 1, when his mask is torn off or something, it shows his left eye, right?
His right eye.
Right eye. Is all like grayed out and everything. They're like, oh, it matches up, you know.
And the only model in MGS1 that has distinct eyes, and one of them is
that's right, yeah, because they mentioned how Snake and Meryl and everyone else they don't have eyes. There's no distinct eyes, and Gray Fox is the only one that has that. I thought that was interesting. It doesn't fit. I don't know. Does it fit timeline wise? Because
I think
it kind of does.
Yeah, but I think that people get this theory mixed up a little bit too. I think that they think that they're playing as Gray Fox throughout MGSV, whereas I think the interpretation of that theory was supposed to be that it's Venom in the ninja suit that you fight.
Okay.
In MGS1, not that you're Gray Fox in MGSV, because that'd be too nostalgic and perfect.
Wait, what?
Fan service, but yeah. So it's Venom because he's a cyborg because he's like killed in MG1, right? And then his body, Venom's body, then goes to Dr. Madnar, who helps the cyber suit stuff, and it's Venom. It's the reason the eye matches up. It's Venom that you are as, not that Gray Fox is in MGSV. It's that Venom.
But then why have Gray Fox's memories in MGS1?
They get wiped all the time.
But so does
he got hit. That was.
But so does Gray Fox's. Yeah, Gray Fox's memories get wiped all the time.
Yeah.
Well, Venom doesn't have a solid backstory of any sort after the 9 years ago,
because he's also null, wiped, and he's been wiped over and over and over again.
So this is where, dude, this is gonna get crazy, Chris. I'm a strong believer in this theory. Bacon has said this theory has helped him play through this game again. Not necessarily that he probably believes it 100%, right, Bacon? But it did kind of help you enjoy it more.
There's so many other holes of it though, because if you kill Venom in 1, how is Gray Fox then there in 2?
I can answer that to you.
And then also in MGS1.
I can answer that. So do you remember at the end of 5, Ocelot tells Big Boss that he should change his face? And the picture that he shows him is whatever character you made, right? He says, this is your new identity.
Right.
So Big Boss changes his face too, to yours, meaning the Gray Fox that meet in MG1 is Big Boss in disguise as Gray Fox. And it's a face-off situation. Oh, yeah. They've swapped faces. And then when you quote unquote kill Venom, they do it again. And Big Boss is actually Big Boss and Gray Fox is Gray Fox.
When you kill Venom?
When you kill Venom, after you kill Venom in MG1, between MG1 and MG2, they swap faces again.
Okay.
So now for sure in MG2.
Or Big Boss just gets his face back. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He took his face off.
So you don't. So you mean just defeat when you defeat Venom because you don't kill Venom?
Just clip it off, clip a new face on.
Right? Yeah. When you defeat Venom, because you quote unquote kill him. Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So they're doing a face off literally with MG1 and MG2. That's the only evidence that we have with that is that why did he tell Big Boss to change his face at the end? Which I just kind of like shrugged that off when I first played it. I was like, okay, but I never questioned it because, like the rest of you, I was like, "Where's the rest of the fucking game?" Like I was more concentrated on other things.
Yeah. You're expecting It wasn't such a big thing as you're expecting more to come. Be like, that'll get addressed later down the line. And
I was waiting for other things and completely ignored that. But yeah, as I guess this theory has existed since before the game even came out. Completely, I didn't ever run into it. I don't know how. And then German and I were talking about it, and the theory resurfaced again as we were making the podcast.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember watching the video as we were going.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He made like a 2-hour video right as you guys were in the middle of like MGS4.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, remember this theory? I guess the video is called that the Metal Gear timeline doesn't work without the theory." And that's when they really start emphasizing the whole, why does he ask you to change your face, right? Because they didn't have any of that evidence before in their original video. All they had to go by was trailers and whatever. So the fact that they even like thought about that before the game came out was like, that's bonkers and stupid, right? The entire Metal Gear community rejected it. They were like, you guys are fucking dumb, right? Because that's what happens with theories videos.
Yeah.
But yes, that's supposedly, according to this theory, that's what happens is they swap faces. And one thing that kind of pokes a hole in it is the passport that they show you clearly shows that passport has been used already while you were in a coma. So my thought, because they didn't say this in the theory, but my thought is Big Boss is actually never in a coma for 9 years. I don't think he actually is in there for that long. You are in there for 9 years, but not him.
In the early 80s, isn't he rescuing Naomi or someone? No, he rescues Eva. Eva is in Hanoi in like 81 or something. And Big Boss rescues her from Hanoi, from from the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
So Big Boss was not in a coma for 9 years. Not at the time that Venom was.
So I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So when you first wake up in the Truth one and you find out the other guy, Ahab, right?
Ishmael.
Your Ahab
is Big Boss. He showed up because you woke up? Because there's the one part where they say V has come too. And then it cuts again to like 2 weeks later or whatever it was. And that's when
all hell breaks
Quiet
loose.
Comes in to try to kill you. And that's when Ishmael comes to save you and everything. So he's there not because he was there naturally, but because he's come because you are awake now.
So
That's kind of what that theory is saying.
Like V has come to is code for like, hey, the Phantom.
Right. Yeah.
If Ishmael was really there to begin with, because if you look at his body, he's not atrophied the same way you are.
Right. Yeah. He's able to like clearly move around a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which tracks with Big Boss also being awake longer.
I thought.
But what doesn't make any sense about that is, why does Big Boss need to come and do this? You've got a cripple in a hospital. Just send some guy rated B and C that you picked up in Afghanistan on mission 3. He can go rescue the dude in the hospital. Why are you sending Big Boss to get one fucking guy out of a hospital?
Because Cypher was coming, dude.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it that he was there at all. Period.
Send the guy that's taking down some Metal Gears.
Yeah, there wasn't a Metal Gear there, so Big Boss was never going there.
I can see it in the sense that like they send Big Boss on all the important missions, and if this is the one person they had to take his place to be his Phantom, and they didn't have any backups, if they sent someone else and they screwed it up, they're out of luck.
Yeah.
So in that sense,
also,
I can see it.
Like, this is need to know, bro. Like, even the guy who's implementing this whole thing brainwashed himself to forget about it.
Right. Ocelot does
Anybody
not
else
remember
you send knows about V.
Or Ocelot believes V is Big Boss. He brainwashes himself.
Yeah.
He says that when the time comes,
He did the entire last half of.
He says when the time comes, I need to remember.
He's always been brainwashing himself.
Yeah, I mean, he has to always look at his right arm to remind him, like, wait, who am I? And he does the whole Green Goblin thing in the mirror, but with the sock puppet.
But I mean, he's been the orchestrator through the entire series. Like, even though he wasn't in MG1 and 2, he was behind a lot of that.
He's got to carry out mommy's wishes.
So I guess he's writing this story, isn't he? Maybe Kojima sees himself as Ocelot more than anyone else, writing these elaborate conspiracies and plots. He loves it.
That's right. He just shows up at the end at the bar and says, "Big Boss abides."
When he does those finger guns, what he's actually meaning is, show me the undersides of your feet.
Show it in toes.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, Chris, one of the things they always keep mentioning, right, is that you were this medic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they said he's always the best guy we had. A medic?
Mm-hmm. Or someone that can be brainwashed to being whatever role you need them for that particular mission. Because that's what Grey Fox's thing was. He was getting brainwashed for whatever mission he needed to be. He'd get a clean slate. He would get, hypnagogiaed into having all of the right instruments in his head to perform this operation. So if Big Boss needed a medic in his helicopter, heading to
one who could
Camp
also
Omega,
kick ass.
Yeah, he wanted the best soldier he had. So hey, let's just put Grey Fox in and let's brainwash him, make him a medic.
You know what's crazy? I never even thought of it that way. I never thought that they brainwashed Grey Fox into being the medic. I just thought they brainwashed.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Because he always said, Big Boss has always said, that Grey Fox was the best soldier that his unit ever had, and that's why he got given the Fox codename. What if that Fox codename, being the Fox unit, is literally like, this guy can be all of us?
Yeah, because my initial thought was they made you believe you were a medic. Or they made you think that was your past so that you wouldn't remember who you were. But I never thought, because that kind of also makes sense too. It's like, to keep him close, to keep Grey Fox close all the time. Hey, let's make him into a medic, and he believes he's a medic. So yeah, I didn't think about it that way either.
And that also kind of gets confirmed in a way if you look deep enough into it. In the hospital scene, when you've got Miller at the far end, they're lying down, Big Boss in the middle, and then the camera's taken from the medic's perspective. Why the fuck would just some medic, run-of-the-mill medic soldier, be in the same infirmary as the two commanders of the outfit? If he wasn't the most valuable asset you had on your team, such as a soldier that can be, brainwashed into being whatever we need him to be, he is not in that same infirmary. It doesn't matter if he came in the same helicopter; he's in a different wing somewhere else.
100%.
Yeah,
I bet he brainwashes himself between medic and Morpho, and that's why he was so good in Ground Zero.
On the fly. New hard drive, caddy drive out, you drive in, let's go.
Yeah.
Just 2 snaps. I'm Morpho.
Yeah, so another thing.
That's why Morpho is better than, never mind.
Yeah.
So
that's because Morpho was a Russian chopper.
Yes. So this doesn't really have much to do with the Grey Fox thing, but the voice, Chris. Do you believe this game would have worked with David Hayter's voice?
I think it would have been interesting if they had David Hayter play the boss at that last mission
at the end.
Yeah, that would have been like the ultimate fan service.
Too big of a giveaway.
Yeah, because if you heard Ishmael with Hayter's voice, like it's too recognizable.
Well, but in the beginning, like the first mission, because do they use the same voice in the first mission?
Kiefer Sutherland voices both Ishmael and Ahab.
Okay, because I thought I remembered it differently, but okay.
Right. Uses like a different inflection.
Yeah.
They pitch it down and pitch it up,
especially in Ground Zeroes.
And they did the same for Ground Zeroes. Yeah.
The odd thing is Akio Otsuka voices. He never lost his job as the voice of Snake. Yeah. So like, was Japan not fooled right away?
Yeah, I guess. But that was my point that I made. Like, Kojima didn't want someone to voice Venom Snake. He wanted Kiefer Sutherland to play Venom Snake. And so
is that why he had so
changing the voice for, well, as you saw, the game's not done. He probably had more lines and they were just like thrown away.
Well, he does have a lot in the tapes. He talks a lot more on there, but not in the
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, he does have it on the tapes. If you look at the model of when you're paying attention, especially I think in Truth, you see the medic's face. His chin and stuff, his mouth looks like Kiefer Sutherland. And Venom's face, like Noy said in a previous episode, it's like a blend between Snake and Kiefer kind of thing. And I think even if you're not into the Grey Fox theory, which in my opinion, it's also like Ground Zeroes is a virtual training hypnagogia.
Oh, yeah. We'll go back to that. Yeah.
Hypnagogia. Yeah. Even if you don't subscribe to that, I think it would have been too much of a giveaway. And the Japanese voice actor is just the Japanese voice actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before, it was 2 voice actors playing a fictional character. Here is an actor playing Venom Snake and then getting dubbed by a Japanese voice actor.
What if the English listing, the actors, Hideo wanted Kurt Russell to play it, and he contacts him again. And he's like, Kurt Russell declined. Who's the next name in the list? K.R. Kurt Russell, Kiefer Sutherland, offer the job. Yeah, I'll take it. Like literally, he would probably be alphabetically, potentially a Hollywood A-lister, the next name on the list.
Yeah,
alphabetically.
He just had a black.
Just went. Well, Kurt Russell cancelled, so we'll go to the next line. Who's that? Oh, yep. Let's give this guy the job. Let's offer him. And Kiefer was just so desperate for fucking anything.
Yeah, what the fuck has he been doing?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh man, I miss being like, Jack Bauer.
Let me up. Fuck yeah." Solved. Good job, guys.
So I think that's the real reason for like the change in voice actors and keeping Otsuka. It's because he just wanted Kiefer to play Venom or Kurt Russell or whatever, or that Italian dude that's in Death Stranding too.
Oh,
I mean, I would go with that if it wasn't a thing of him wanting to still having Hader still have to audition for each game.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that there wasn't any animosity between the two of them. I'm sure there was.
This was just his perfect reason.
Is that just a circumstance though? Is that just a circumstance though of Kojima not wanting, like, he was sick of it after MGS1, wasn't he? Like, he didn't want to have to make 2, and then it was only until they begged him that he came up with a story for 3. Did he just not write contracts for longevity or for sequels in the series that every single time, because he was just like, fucking save me, I hope this is the last Metal Gear game I make. I'm not going to offer them a contract for the next game. Everyone's on a single game contract, and we'll just refresh everyone's contract, like re-audition everyone's roles for the next one,
And Peace Walker,
I guess nobody else had to audition again.
And Peace Walker and this one are the only ones he really wanted to do, right? Because 4, he was like forced at gunpoint to do it, and he at some point was like, "Hey, I do have a story I actually do want to tell, but it's not," because he didn't like Solid Snake. He didn't like telling that story. He liked the Big Boss story, and he was just like, well,
that's why he wanted to make 3.
And then he realized, like, oh shit, this character is actually a lot more interesting than Solid Snake. And so that's where Peace Walker and 5 came along, because Peace Walker was supposed to be 5. But Konami was like, you can't have a fucking major title on a PSP. So it's like, okay, well, then we'll drop the 5, but we'll still release it. And it's essential. It's an essential game in the series.
Yeah.
And he just, in his mind, he bundled it together with 5. He said the Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes V is all 5 all together. But yeah, it's
just incidents of the same story. Yeah.
Well, and
can you imagine if that was storyboarded, like, and including the content that we don't have? So from 3 all the way through, if he's thought about this entire story arc and where it goes, like, that's incredible.
I don't think he thought from
it's in that thumb drive that he gives these people,
or at least from Peace Walker, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes 5. If that was one continuous story arc that was written out before any of the production happened,
I doubt it.
And he's like,
well, he had the outline.
I kind of do as well.
He had the outlines for that, but obviously he didn't have everything all together. But he knew he wanted to tell a story. I don't think he had the end or any of that shit ready to go, but he knew he had a story to tell.
The sniper.
So he did like an A.A. Abrams.
He did the mystery box, and he never got to open the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta say too, at the end, because I know, like, throughout most of the game, I was giving what's his name? Oh my
Kiefer?
gosh, not Kiefer, no.
Hater.
Yes, Hater.
Gray Fox.
No, Miller. Harold. Yeah, Harold. I was giving Miller a real hard time, saying, like, I don't like him. He's just, he's the worst, blah, blah, blah. But after seeing the ending and the way he reacted to when he found out what was going on, and that even he was duped, like, he didn't know what was going on until the end, until Ocelot told him. And he's like, I'm going to bring you guys down, basically,
yeah, Big Boss go to hell, that speech.
Yeah. I have a lot more respect for him after that. Because there were so many times during the game that he was just constantly butting heads with you. And I think I made that a point, like, I'm the boss, like, shut up and do what I say, the whole, like, oh, you want to extract him, or boss, you want to do that, or, things like that. It's like, but then it's made clear, like, at the end, he didn't want any of that. That was not his vision. That was not what he thought the boss wanted. And that's why he was constantly butting heads with him. Like, this is not the boss that I know. This is not the boss that I worked with and grew up with, and, well, not grew up with, but, worked with all that time.
Got in the box with, and,
exactly, yeah.
Back in middle school,
and so it was. I kind of imagine from his point of view that he's thinking like, none of this makes any sense. Like, why are you doing this? This is not the boss that I know. This is not the boss that I grew to respect. And then when he finds out what actually happened,
yeah, but John would have told them to fuck right off after Peace Walker.
And then when he finds out what finally happens, it's like, I was right the whole time. This was not what I thought it was. You guys have been, pulling the strings. Ocelot, have been pulling the strings this whole time. Like, I'm gonna bring you guys down. I'm gonna find
Karma's a bitch. Like, this is exactly what he did in Peace Walker. So Karma's a bitch.
No, I get that. But at the same time, like, I have more respect for him.
You respect. You found. So, Chris, now that you mention it to me, I also really dislike Miller in this game a lot, even from the beginning. And I was just listening to one of the secret recordings because I honestly, they're called the truth recordings. I don't have them on my game, so I'm watching them on YouTube. There's a secret recording between Miller and Zero that takes place after the XOF attack on Mother Base. And Miller asks Zero, how's Boss doing? And he says he's stable, but, he pretty much tells him, like, I got him somewhere safe. He's fucking, he kind of tells him that he's got a plan. Oh, yeah. See, he tells him that there will be a point in time when Boss wakes up, and when that time comes, he will be contacted by pretty much Ocelot, telling him, like, hey, V has come too. That's the code word he says. So from this point, he's kind of out of the loop. He's out of it, like he's no longer trusted by Zero, because Zero even tells him like, I don't really trust you anymore. Like, I don't hate you, but I don't really, I'm only here for, you're only around to keep, to kind of do business with. You're a business partner. That's it. Nothing else. You're not an ally. That's all you are. So
they don't want him as loose cannon. Like, he knows a lot. He's got a lot of information.
That's true. That's true.
Don't want him to pull something like what he did fucking last time.
Yeah.
His own agenda,
that whole thing also supports the idea that I said earlier about Ocelot being Ishmael, because Miller's kept in the dark. We know that Zero and Big Boss don't talk anymore. They're not on each other's Christmas card lists. So Ocelot is the only one who's in contact.
I want to see that Christmas card.
So when
the big fuck you.
V has come too is a message to Cypher to go, hey, send Ocelot in to come and retrieve Ahab. Big Boss was never there. That's all Ocelot.
Well,
or in his head.
It's two pictures of two hands about to shake, but they never shake.
He's a master at CQC, is he not?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ocelot is.
Well, he wasn't though. That's the thing, is Ishmael got fucked up by some Russian rank. Like, he didn't have any CQC skills in that.
All right, I'm thinking of the Quasalotl.
The Quasalotl.
Yeah.
Right. No, but you know how like when you wake up and then pre-quiet comes in and deal with it, and then Ishmael reveals himself, and then they have a tussle. There's no CQC in that. Big Boss would have just fucking asked her out the window within 1 second.
Do you know what would definitively prove this? If we could get our hands on the Ocelot model, if he has a cut,
no penis.
Right. If he's missing his dick, no. If he's got a stab wound in his shoulder, he's Ishmael.
Oh,
what happens to the stab wound?
You're right, because that's the sort of thing that Kojima would leave in.
Well, if it was Big Boss, he would have shot the knife out of the air, right?
Like in, and then pulled out his yellow lipstick and walked away.
It's a dud.
So, well, not
look in the files and see if there's anything.
Well, that's all you guys, you PC guys. I wouldn't even know how to fucking do that. But no, so there, you guys mentioned something. So here's something interesting. So V has come too was the code. It's again, this is only according to tapes, because there's so many fucking. Every time I think I understand this game, I something else comes up that's like, wait a minute, what about this? V has come to was, I trust me, Chris. It was supposed to take, supposedly, if what the game's trying to tell us originally, not our theories, that Big Boss was right next to the medic's bed. They were in the same bed, and the boss had woken up.
Beds were next to each other.
Yes, and Wyatt almost killed. Let's pretend you were just weaker or happened to be a fucking sleep when they came in, Quiet almost killed Venom Snake, which was a plan from Cypher. And Quiet was representing Cypher, right? How the fuck does that make any sense?
Well, no, she went into the kill Big Boss, and you're the witness, remember? She goes like, hey, the guy in the other bed woke up.
He saw my face too, so I got to kill him.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, and she wasn't with Cypher.
In her mind, she's going in to kill Big Boss.
Correction.
Venom was supposed to be protecting Boss.
I'm mistaken. She's not there from Cypher. She's there from XOF. I forget. She's there under Skullface's orders. She's there under Skullface's orders to kill Big Boss, or at least take him captive. And then she was going to kill the witness, which happens to be Venom Snake. So if she would have, let's say, succeeded in that, this whole game would have never happened. God damn it, Quiet, you suck.
Oh shit.
Am I imagining things? I've just pulled a model from Ocelot in MGS4. Am I imagining a scar on his right shoulder?
Well, it would have been closer to his chest though, because it was like
So, and my theory that he's not actually there, or I guess our canon, Noise and myself, he doesn't bleed.
Right.
Yeah. He's not there.
Which every other stab wound bleeds in the same
and he's got 2 eyes. That's true. 2 eyes, bro.
And he does have 2 eyes.
So are we just saying that if he wasn't there, then you fought off Quiet and just,
that was my original thought.
You just fought her off?
Yeah. And that's why you were so sloppy at it.
Yeah.
If it was Boss.
Sure, you were sloppy at it because you're atrophied and missing a fucking arm.
Well, and you don't know CQC.
Like, you still
got that digoxin. You got that digoxin.
I was saying you're Gray Fox. I was literally about to say, like, wait a minute, no, you're not the medic though, or Big Boss, you're the medic or the Gray Fox. I'm just gonna say this real quick because I know there's 2 firm believers in it. I don't believe in the Gray Fox theory. I would like it if it was Gray Fox, but to me, the theory, it doesn't hold water. I don't want to be that anti-Pixar theory person that says like, nope, it doesn't work because of these reasons. I would have loved it. I would, if at the end of this game, it's like I said, you'd have to tweak it up a little bit, but if it ended up revealing that like, oh shit, the most trusted soldier, Gray Fox, oh shit, that's super cool. But the fact that the game again tells you it's the medic, whether or not you want to believe it, there's other reasons too. Draugr, I think you mentioned about, and Noise knows this too, about the supposed Big Boss trusts Kaz, even though at the end of Peace Walker, the whole Kaz, when he's like, I knew the whole time, there's actually a tape in here. Again, I'm not trying to be that Pixar theory guy, but there's a tape you get immediately after you rescue Kaz, like within a mission or 2 after rescuing him, that Kaz admits to him about the about saying like how he fucked up by trusting Zero, and he won't let it happen again. And I was like, wait, so this Snake does know about that betrayal and still decided to like work with him.
And that's why also Ground Zeroes kind of retcons a lot of shit, because he does that thing where he's like talking about paths.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, because in Ground Zeroes,
like she was a double agent, but like you knew you were in contact with her and stuff. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Because it's like it's just the whole thing that happens in Ground Zeroes where Kaz says,
I can't believe we bought her lies.
Exactly. Why is that his memory?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's someone else's memory, and the whole Ground Zeroes thing is the hypnagogia. It's just that's
him in the coma, right?
It's just developing the skills that he needs. Yeah, it's him in the coma, getting the skills that he requires to do.
I get what you're saying with the tape. Yeah, I haven't really thought about it.
I will admit, like I said, it is one of those things where like the fact that every single time right here we keep saying, what about this? Well, what about that? That is kind of a cool portion of this game, right? It's like, because it's kind of like the ending of Inception, right? Where it's like, does the dreidel, where the fuck that is, does it tip over? Does it not? Is he still in the dream? Is like how much of it? I know.
How old are
because you can see his kids' faces. That's how you know. In the dreams, he never sees their faces.
And they're a different age.
Right.
Sure.
It's a better dream. I think the top was gonna fall, and then the director and writer exited the production company, and they were never able to capture
my
that
entire
scene.
thought is that
so it's just incomplete. The movie's incomplete.
my entire thought, this is a sidetrack, but my entire thought is that whole movie was a dream sequence because his wife is constantly trying to wake him up.
Yeah.
Right. She always just like shows up trying to kill him to wake him up. and he refuses to. Like, he just won't wake up. She didn't kill herself. She woke up and she's trying to wake him up.
Yeah.
She had a dream that she killed herself. Or she was in there with him, and she
managed to get out.
She got so sick of trying to wake up. Yeah. Or she was so sick of trying to wake him up that she gave up. That's why she kills herself.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Inception. Spoilers. But yeah, it's just there's just like German said, every time you think you understand it, something else pops up and completely contradicts the thing you believed, which is
absolutely
I love about it.
fucking time.
I think that's why I love this game. And like I said, it isn't complete. It sucks, but we got what we got, and all we can do is just we need to fill the holes ourselves. And I think that's kind of what Kojima ended up having to do at the end. He was just kind of like, well, they're not going to let me finish it. I can't finish it. They're not going to let me. How do I package this fucking thing up to make some sort of sense and then leave it up to the player who knows the series so well for them to figure it out on their own? You know, I feel like that was like his only option.
Yeah. I gotta say, Noise, like,
or make up your own version of it.
Yeah, I gotta say, Noise. I remember, as I was playing and everything and getting through it, and the gameplay itself, the open world, the missions, everything like that, I love that. The story, as you knew, I wasn't a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, or towards the end, I don't remember if you said it in the last episode or if it was just before that. You had mentioned that it's like a piece of art. And it's there for you to interpret. If you hate it, you hate it. If you love it, you love it. But it's evoke emotion. That's what it was. And it is up to you to decide how you feel about it and what you think about it and everything. That really changed my perspective on how I saw this game. And ever since you said that, I kind of tried to change my perspective on it, as so to speak, and view it like that. And like, what is this? Is it open-ending? Is it open-ended for a reason?
Right. Was it on purpose? Yeah.
Is it, was it tailored that way? What kind of emotions does it evoke for me? I'm angry. Why am I angry? I started really thinking about that. And I have more appreciation for it now. I still don't like it, but I have more appreciation for it. Now that you mentioned that, and I kind of changed my mindset around it. So I'm glad that you had mentioned that specifically that way, because it kind of got me like out of my rut. Like, wait a minute, you're right. Let's look at it for what it is. It's an art piece, and whether he left it open ended because that's all he could do, or if that's kind of what he had planned on doing, knowing that he couldn't finish it, we may never know. But I have an appreciation for the fact that you can look at it and you can have all these theories and think of all these different things. And some of it works and some of it doesn't. And, everyone looks at it different ways and all that kind of stuff. So I have an appreciation for it in that sense.
Yeah. I mean,
it certainly has worked in its favor for replayability, hasn't it? Because we'll go down the rabbit hole of trying to discover new things. And, like, for example, this whole Grey Fox theory. When you first see that theory, you go, oh, maybe I should go back and play this game, and I'm going to try to keep that in mind, see if I can pick up any clues here and there that help me piece this together and have that experience that it's telling that side of the story. Whereas if it was 100. A complete package where it was a really sound, no plot holes, it was just perfect package delivered to us, it might be one of those games that sort of has a 3-year lifespan and then disappears forever. Like, I have a game like that. That I've played through once and I'll never play it again, and it's in my top tier of games ever made. The Last of Us 1, and I played that game when I was about 3 months after the birth of my first
3 years old.
So I was coming at it from a very
I was like, God damn.
No.
We have a solid situation
coming at that
here.
Game. Yeah, so I'm coming at that game with the perspective of an extremely overwhelmed new father who feels so much responsibility in the world for caring for someone who's vulnerable. And that game, for me, the ending of it, as controversial as it was, I felt like a very understood human connection to that. And I put that game down, I put it back, CD back in its case, it sat in the cupboard, and I've never gone back to it ever again. Whereas this game, it just offers so much replayability because it's not the perfect story. It's so open-ended. There's so many interpretations to be made that we can come back and go, oh, what if I look at it this way? How does that make the story sound? It's really cool.
And dude, 200 hours for me, like across PlayStation and PC and countless hours of videos.
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
still like listening to the podcast. I was like, let me go back and try that thing that they were talking about because I've never seen
like
that.
cheating.
A lot of those hours are not from grinding either. Like you look at the stats on a lot of games that are someone's got hundreds and hundreds of hours, and that's usually because they're grinding to get resources and do this mundane, repetitive shit. This game is people diving back in to play things in a different way because the game is so
I am
open-ended.
GMP broke.
Yeah, playing like whatever you want, like playing
grinding.
the subsistence mode, like trying to play the entire game like Noise did.
I'm rich,
subsistence
bitch.
mode, everything's as hard as fuck.
I got so much
Yeah,
money.
like there's so many ways you can play this game again.
And I mean, if you got to think about it too, what kind of genius do you need to make a game that would make someone so angry that number one, that would change his name, and number two, I'm pretty sure that if this were real life, if this were real life, the third child would have abandoned Eli because he would be like, "Oh, there's so much more rage over here. Let's destroy every copy of this game ever."
So
I had to put together an Eli thing. A Psycho Mantis thing earlier today because I was like, "Hang on a sec. If the third child can control Sahelanthropus, why the fuck didn't Psycho Mantis just take control of Rex and MGS1 and save us all of that shit?" And apparently it's because it needed the AI pod, and Sahelanthropus has an AI pod in it, but it's not connected. But I was like, that was like a massive retcon moment for me. I was like, this seems like a really fucking obvious thing. That how the hell could he control this giant robot and then just forget how to do it a couple of years later?
You
AI pod.
Put me through a roller coaster right there in like 5 seconds. I was like, wait, no, you're right.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did at like 6 hours ago.
So I did want to address this. I've been waiting for this. So I am at peace with this game now, and I think part of it was the fact that I only played it once, and this was my second playthrough. But it's also that it was fucking 9 years or whatever the fuck.
It's been 9 years.
No, for me of just no one to fucking talk to. No one, like Noise and I talked about this. I was like, we'll start the podcast. We're like, dude, we have so many ideas and thoughts and, and all the kinds of stuff about the Metal Gear in general. When I first met Noise and we'd get together in family events, and we'd start talking, like, oh, this and that, or oh, did you know this? Did you know that? And we're like, dude, we should do a podcast. We were talking about it for years. And this is a game where, like I said, I had no one to talk to. Like I said, no one for me to at least express
ideas off of and shit.
Not just bounce ideas, but also just to vent. Honestly, it was just the shit was festering in me. What I didn't like about it, so that I never got to release it. And now that I've made my beefs known with it, I'm like, oh, I feel better. And especially when Robot did say, when I was like, fucking 19 prisoners, and he's like, you don't have to do side missions. Like, you're right, I don't have to. and I said, but the main game still kind of sucks. And for me, because I'm like, it's still just a lot of like, go fucking shoot the communications. Good job, boss. S rank. All right. Go fucking rescue this one dude.
Boss, and how?
Impressive. They're going to write legends about you,
Unbelievable, boss.
Yeah. So like I said,
this piece you found is post nut clarity.
Yes.
Post nut clarity. So
exactly.
I was 100% able to finally just get rid of all that anger. Like literally, this game actually mimics me too. Exactly. It fucking mimics my experience with this game. Because like I said, no one to talk to. Nobody. And finally, and then we started this podcast 2 years ago, and I was dreading this one. I was like, I don't want to get to this one. But now that I have gone through it, I'm relieved that we made it through. I learned some new shit. I did listen to more tapes, and I said, oh, I did not know that does explain this. That this, there was a lot of shit that I was very, what do you call it? Not closed-minded, but like I thought it didn't make sense. Like the whole Sahelanthropus and all that shit. And I was like, oh wait, no, they do explain it. It's fucking Zero who kept this. They kept it out of Zero's reach. What the hell? You guys are typing so much shit.
Look at your name.
I am. I'm looking. Hold on. Where is it? Where's my name? Post Nut Riser. But no. The point is that So I did want to address it that I do feel very relieved in this game, and as Chris says, the parts that I like, the parts that are good, I really, really like them. I did not have to fucking do all those side missions.
So are you finally admitting it's an open world game?
I never thought I denied it. I just said I'm confused.
No,
with the fucking
you
open
very
world
much
is.
denied it. You're like, this is an open world, and you showed that map of like.
No. He was just mad that this open world is empty, is what he was saying.
Yeah. I never said it wasn't. No, I said like this is open world. Like what the fuck's the point? That's what I was saying. But
it's a very empty.
Yeah, no, it's open. It's open world. I'm understanding. I'm getting
very
a little
open world. It was a form of therapy. I just wished it worked on 4 for me, but it didn't.
I was actually going to bring that up. That
I was really
yourself
hoping.
were open. You were open. You were hoping that when we got to it,
I might have to just do it again. Because like I said, I just haven't played it enough. I think maybe, but fuck those cutscenes, dude. Jesus Christ, they're boring. Like there's nothing going on.
They're not boring. That's where I'll disagree. They're not boring though.
They are though.
They're super.
They
boring.
are.
Raise your hands if they're boring.
I need you to play.
I also disagree. I think they're pretty interesting.
But what are they telling? What new information are they telling us? We know all the shit they're telling us. The whole that
they're telling a story in a world that we understand.
At the same time, it's not just for people who played the entire games. It's
that whole church part was shit we already knew.
No, we thought they were clones. The new information was
people that have played all the games. Yes.
The new information was that they were really born. She couldn't give birth, so she chose.
We knew that. They told us in MGS1.
Nope.
They told us in MGS1 that there was a surrogate mother.
We didn't know Eva.
We didn't know who Eva. But we knew that there was a mother.
There was still an entire generation of people that have never played these games. There was a brand new console. That people were just being.
So every game needs to regurgitate the information from a previous game. So,
but they do
to an extent.
Yeah. I mean, the entire game. It was the first 3 games followed the exact same blueprint.
MGS2 does not do that for 1.
No. But I'm saying the games literally followed the exact same blueprint.
Yeah, but nobody really likes MGS2.
I did. I like it.
No.
And don't they actually like they literally go back and say like, oh, this whole thing was essentially a replay of the Shadow Moses incident.
The S3 project. I like.
And Ryden's like, it doesn't feel that.
I like the Harrier. I like the Harrier over fucking Chopper over Hind 1. Hind B.
Hind 1. No, but what I was gonna say too is that like I have a huge like denial with this game, right? Like I know Bacon could hear it in me every time I talked about this game, right? The first thing he said was, "I'm glad to hear you admit that this fucking game is unfinished." And I have an active denial that this is unfinished because I want to accept it as it is. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the PT thing, German. Like I'm still in fucking denial.
Lost.
That's irrelevant. But
not Penny's boat.
It's not Penny's boat.
Not Penny's boat.
But just I still feel like he's fucking April Fool's, like just duping because it happened on April Fool's Day, 2015. Like, come on, bro. And he loves fucking April Fool's jokes, and it's just it's hard to let go of that kind of shit. But now, obviously, 10 years later, he's got this game called OD, which is clearly PT, what he wanted to do. Fizzant, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm honestly
Fizzant's prologue will be episode 51.
Oh shoot! Oh
right.
So hold on, can I jump in real quick? No, you want to finish your thought?
Well, all I just wanted to say was like I'm self-aware of my denial of this unfinished game, and that's why I'm like, do you guys feel the phantom pain? Like I'm memeing it, but I'm feeling it constantly. As much as I've accepted what this game is and I love it to death, I will always feel that phantom pain of just like, you motherfuckers, like you, Konami, you robbed me of a great finale, but I'm taking it personal, right? The same way you guys are.
Oh, jeez.
We're not thinking collectively. We're taking it fucking like it was straight at us, So yeah, go ahead.
So Chris, I did want to point this out because we forgot to kind of mention it. So the Mission 51, Chapter 3, that is that video you saw was what was it, guys? Leaked, hacked?
So the Chapter 3 title card was if that was leaked. That wasn't in this video.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
it was in the game.
It's someone data mined it. Someone data mined it. It is in the game, but it's in the files.
Yeah.
So someone data mined it and found the chapter 3 title card, and that was like definitive proof. It was like, dudes, there was supposed to be a chapter 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I heard a theory that's the reason Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain was released separately was because they had finished Ground Zeroes and they were still working on Phantom Pain, and they're like, no, you're costing us way too much money. So they sold
yes, they used
Ground
it for
Zeroes
funds.
as a separate game to fund the rest of what we have, and they just still ran out of funds, or they didn't want to give them any more, or whatever. But yeah,
there's beefs there. But what I was trying to get at was that
there's a big fallout between
huge.
Yeah.
What I was trying to get at was that so Chris, the FOB missions, did you ever make any nuclear weapons?
No, I never got to that point. No.
So there was
this get to hero, so I could take out other people's nukes, but I never.
Okay. So there's this whole thing where if the entire platform, I guess, the server that you're on,
so PC or Xbox or PS3
PlayStation,
or PS4 or whatever,
if they got a nuke free, that's what was supposed to unlock this mission, right? You guys, am I wrong on that?
No, there was a cutscene.
Was a different cutscene.
And they did as well in like 2019 or something on PS4. There was like a period of like 3 hours or something where they actually did succeed in doing that. Getting the cutscene. Fake?
Yeah, someone hacked it.
I think
someone
that
hacked
was
the server.
Yeah.
Okay. But technically the server did trigger.
Yes, because they had
everyone.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. It wasn't real, but the server got triggered.
On PC, people are hacking in fucking nukes left and right, so it's impossible to do it on fucking PC.
Yeah.
And then on the PS3 version, it's also impossible because something happened with the
servers are down. There's no servers.
Well, now they're down, but back then there was like ghost accounts. There was somehow, I don't know, I don't remember exactly how they explained it, but there's accounts that you could never go in and infiltrate, FOBs that you could infiltrate, and they had a nuke on them, so you would never be able to get that trigger.
Oh, that'd be the Sony Angel accounts. So like all the PSN accounts, they had a handle called Angel. So the prefix was Angel, and then they'd have another name or a number or whatever. Yeah, I remember that because they would be like beta testers, and they'd come in and they'd play with you. Sometimes you're playing a game, if you see an Angel with whatever name or number or whatever, they were actually PlayStation doing testing as they're playing in the online environment and monitoring and shit like that. So there was a few games, like really niche games on PS2 that I used to play. Hardware Online Arena, which was kind of like it was a deathmatch kind of thing, but with tanks and jeeps and shit. And it wasn't a really popular game, but Angel accounts just start popping in, and that's how we sort of started getting like, who is this? Is this some like clan that I've never heard of? And they come in and they play a few games. So yeah, it's probably these Angel Sony accounts on the PS3 that you can't connect to. They're kind of like their own ghost network.
That must be
can't connect to, and they only VPN out kind of thing.
So much so that there was a theory that Konami was doing it on purpose. Through Sony, they were doing it on purpose to delay the triggering of this cutscene
to force
for a
people
really long time, so people get behind the game.
Keep playing.
Yeah.
Oh, the FOV tokens that you could.
Oh yeah. Jesus. Yeah.
Coins.
The
monetization part.
Yeah. So Chris, so if I'm wrong here, you guys correct me. Supposedly there was also like this whole Konami had stated that if the trigger was ever done, they would quote unquote release chapter 3. And so that sparked this whole thing of people trying to get it to activate. And like I said, I think it's been triggered 3 times, and all 3 times they've denied it because it had to be some kind of it was a glitch or a hack or something like that.
I think that was a theory that came out after the title card got leaked as piece. It was just people trying to interpret what you have to do to get this new.
I thought they had confirmed that's what you had to do.
So,
I think there was
no. So people thought if we kill the nukes, then we'll get the new chapter.
I think there was fuel to the fire that like it was somewhere on Twitter that someone tweeted that or whatever, and Konami liked the tweet or some shit.
Oh,
so it flamed. Yeah, it fueled the fire, and people were like, that might be it. But all the data miners already knew. They were like, there's no more to this game, dude. They're not going to patch it in.
Can you imagine that social media person sitting there? Can you imagine that social media person sitting there reading all these tweets and stuff? And like, hey boss, I've got this tweet with a theory that could earn us millions of dollars by people trying to develop their mother bases. If I just like it, should I like it or what do we do? Can you imagine that scene? Like,
and at that time when Konami was
get the mother base coins,
and when Konami was that money hungry at that time, like fuck yeah, they are going to retweet that.
Yeah,
at that time.
At that time, yeah.
Well, now they're starving. Now they ain't got no money, dude. They're the opposite of my FOB. I'm fucking rich.
I will say, I still hate the whole pause thing.
GM.
The pause.
That whole sequence of events in freaking German.
Just because it got you like it got the rest of us, dog.
So can I reframe that for you, Chris?
You can try. Yes.
Or attempt to anyway. Yes. So think about this. You are the medic that was in MSF with Paz, didn't get the whole double, quadruple spy thing story, didn't see her in the Zeke or whatever. You just remember this girl that used to be around all the time at MSF, and then you're the medic, even if you don't remember, although eventually you kind of do, but it's in your subconscious, right? You're the medic that failed to find the second bomb, and now she's dead.
Yeah, you're living with the guilt of
I didn't think about that.
So you have this tremendous guilt. Your brain has been scrambled by hypnagogia. Ocelot's been in there poking around, and you're just trying to dreams are a processing of your emotions and the things you're thinking about. Like, and
she
also
literally
you
says
have
that
this
at the
massive
very
piece
end.
of metal that's in your fucking.
She doesn't. She
cerebral
say that
cortex.
at the very end of that.
She's like, "This
she's
is
like,
all,
I'm not real.
None of this
is
is real."
Your way of trying to process this.
But then, where do those tapes
But
come
she
from?
Literally says that.
That's my question.
They're not real.
They're not
You
real.
always had them.
Yeah, I think there was a thing somewhere on Twitter a couple of years ago where one of the Konami people, someone involved, said if you don't see Snake given the tape, you can assume
that's what the truth tape is like, or the truth tapes are like. Where the fuck did these come from?
Yeah.
Well, with that said, none of the tapes are really seen given to you. Not none. Very few, because most of them just say acquired tape. Acquired
a lot
tape.
of the I mean, you physically acquire the tape.
No, those are just music tapes.
Well, yeah, but a lot of them are like they come as a package with something. So it's kind of like, here, we're going to do a mission, and now the tapes have rocked up because it's related to this. Like a lot of the truth stuff just well, it came out of nowhere. It was just like all of a sudden we got all these tapes. Like, well, who the fuck gave us this? Like we just turned everyone into diamonds, and all of a sudden I got tapes. Is that how we got paid for the diamonds? Like, where do the tapes come from?
Well, there are. I mean, to be fair, there's a few times where Kaz is talking to you, and he says, "Boss, we got another mission. Listen to the tapes, or the information on the tapes, or stuff like that." So I would assume that there's some point where behind the scenes that they're not showing in the game, he's handing you tapes.
Yeah, that's what I would say too.
But those are all mission related. That's not. This is a side op thing. So
yeah,
that's what I mean. So they kind of have something else explaining how they came into your possession. Is there's a mission you've done? There's some history. There's continuation. The first of something else, but a lot of these like truth tapes and past tapes.
The first thing that kind of tipped me off. I don't remember where it happened. I think it was towards the end of the pause tapes. It was like 9 or 10. When she's talking about how Peace Day is always 3 days away, and no matter how long she thinks it's been or whatever, Peace Day never comes. She's talking about one of these tapes. Because she's talking about like, Kaz is telling me to write a song, and they're really encouraging me to do this, and so-and-so's playing guitar and all this kind of stuff, and she's like super nervous about it, but then she's like, as it goes on, she's talking about like, this doesn't make any sense because Peace Day is not coming. Peace Day is never arriving, and then it's like 9 or 10 that she realizes like, this is all a dream. This is not real. Peace Day is always 3 days away.
Isn't that the name of chapter 3?
I don't know.
Peace Day?
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, but that's misinterpreted. That's misinterpreted from the Japanese version. It's coexistence or something, or a word that means coexistence, which is kind of like playing on the whole Kaz and Ocelot, playing both sides together, having to coexist in the rest of the story.
And by the
but
way,
it got misinterpreted in English to peace.
Yeah. On the tapes thing too, like you get all of her journal tapes, like in Ground Zeroes too. Like you get the peace tapes, and a lot of those are centered around similar activities, like playing guitar. With
Aren't they the ones from
Kaz
Peace
and
Walker?
stuff like that?
I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so, but another thing I just thought about, like, she also wasn't like some girl that was an MSF. Like, Venom had a weird thing for her. Like, I guess he saw the boss having a weird thing for her too. But Venom definitely did. Like, all the posters around Mother Base, like the warning posters and stuff like that, they're like
chibi
little pictures of paws. And yeah, like chibi paws. And then
So
there's
did you say before that you get the pause tapes from Peace Walker in MGSV?
Mhm.
Is that what you were saying?
What?
Yes.
No.
So do you get those
them? You
before?
can import them
No.
from Ground Zeroes, but you get them in Ground Zeroes.
Oh, okay. Right. Sorry. Yep. Okay. Because I was just trying to think, what triggered this? Does he receive these tapes or something, and then that triggers the whole pause sequence? But no.
But it it fits in that they're there. You got them.
Yeah.
Where's he keeping all these tapes?
And
up his butt.
You don't want to know.
Nature's pocket.
Now you know.
Nature's pocket,
aka his prison pocket. What?
Yeah. And then the last one was the Idol of Peace for the box, right? Like the little anime thing.
Oh.
By the way, Chris, you and I were trying to figure out what the little statue anime pause says.
Oh yeah,
it's Idol of Peace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Now I got a question here for you guys. It's getting a little late, but what I forgot all about what I think, what is it, chapter 2 or whatever, when all of a sudden Mother Base, like Chris pointed out, goes from being all these little chibi things and to a bunch of bosses watching you or some shit like that, posters. When did that happen? Why did that happen? Why is it all of a sudden that like boss is like kind of being painted as that 1984 book,
George Orwell,
like Big Brother?
Yeah.
Well, doesn't that happen right after the whole thing, or is this might be separate? I could be mixing this up. Where Kaz gives that speech of like, you are all my eyes, and you know it is your job to look to your left, look to your right, kind of thing. Where he's like standing up on that platform, and all the soldiers are down below. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That's the nuke. That's the nuke.
Oh, is it? Okay,
scene.
so I've just mixed that up. Okay, never mind.
No, that's not the new cutscene. That's right before we get first credits.
So okay, so that's what I figured it was. Is like he's
what when he's up on the
and he
platform?
says, "You guys are my eyes." Yeah,
are you sure?
When he yeah.
So that's kind of what I thought it was like, you are my eyes, but also Big Boss is watching you. Like, beware, don't.
And then we get the whole thing where Big Boss turns his back on them and he starts walking towards the camera, and then it like flashes to Skullface and flashes back to Venom and blah blah blah. Yeah. It's that scene.
So that's kind of what I interpreted that as, was like, at first it was like, oh, we're all just a big happy family, we're here to help each other, blah blah blah. And it was like, okay, things are starting to go down, things are going weird. Like, is there a traitor amongst us? And that's when it's like, you are my eyes. If you see anything suspicious, report it right away.
Okay.
And on top of that, Boss is aware. Boss knows what's going on. He's watching you. Whether it's a empty threat or it's true, it's a way to, I can't go around and try to cause some sort of coup or whatever, because Boss is going to know about it and he's going to shut it down right away. Or the people, the whole there's eyes everywhere, kind of thing.
What was that in relation to, though? Like, what big thing happened at the end that made them all super paranoid? Like, wasn't it just the virus, and you go and you have to kill your men and Huey and blah blah blah? I don't remember, unless it was just Huey.
I think it was partially Huey. I think it
Huey?
was personally. I think it was Coz's own personal paranoia.
That piece of shit.
Because, like, he's just so like, it's clear that he's getting more and more paranoid as it goes through. Right? He's just like, because this is not what he wanted. First of all, secondly, he's seeing signs that, like, this is not the boss I know. This is not the boss I've grown with, or whatever you want to say. And so there's something in the back of his mind that's saying something's not right here. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is, but something's not right. And so I think it's his growing paranoia that kind of starts all of this. And then all these other sequence of events that happen coincidentally just kind of add to it, is what I kind of think is happening.
Well, it's a common behavioral trait among dictators.
Yeah.
They all go through it. The more power and control they gain, the more paranoid they become, right? Like, that's what they said about Hitler. Like, he was just becoming increasingly more and more fucking paranoid. before he lost the war, you know? So it kind of makes sense that to paint Kaz in that light, because Venom didn't feel that way. He doesn't see himself as the dictator, but Kaz does. Kaz sees himself as the one in control. And, you know, what better way to keep everybody in control by saying, boss is watching you, not Kaz. Yeah. Boss is watching you, right? The guy you admire the most, don't betray him.
Yeah.
That's my thought. I don't think there was any like trigger. I think it's just his natural progression of gaining so much fucking control that he was just like, I don't fucking trust anybody, you know? And that's why Code Talker tells you, he's like, hey, eyes on this fucking guy, dude. He's taking control. Watch him.
And then rolls away somehow as if it's a power chair without pushing it. And even though it's clear.
It is a power chair. Yeah, of course it is. He retrieved that technology from those floating Segway guys in GS3 when he
Hey, yeah.
He's not one of those who's at it.
I was going to say, every other
parasite power.
Every other scene they've shown him, they've been pushing him around, right?
Well, Huey also had a power chair just too, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but his was clearly a power chair. Like it had a motor and everything. Whereas his is just basically like a hospital chair.
Yeah, I can't even picture his wheelchair anymore.
Watch that scene. Yeah,
but the end was also in a hospital wheelchair. And then he gets up and runs around and fights it. So maybe he
That's another thing. I think Kaz was going around feeding everybody those shitty burgers before. And he wanted to make sure they were eating them because he didn't believe them. Hey, the boss is watching you. You better be eating them.
Gives everyone the runs.
That's where Johnny gets it.
Oh my god.
That's what happens to Johnny. He eats one too many of those Kaz burgers. And it all comes back.
Yep. All right. Do we have any final thoughts on GS5 as it pertains to the entire series?
I mean, honestly, we could probably talk for another 3 hours. There's so much shit.
All right, it's settled then.
No.
Next week.
I mean, on the Discord, the Discord has been blowing up with, all kinds of talk and shit. You know, it's been really active recently. So,
oh yeah,
I think
now that Chris is open, I'm just like, I feel freed. I feel at peace too.
Chris, have you gone back in that channel?
I have not. I still need to do that.
I'm still confused that Chris cannot be in follow chat after 2 years.
Yeah. Wait, what?
I've been here from before day one, and I'm confused that Chris conceded the entire chat now.
Yeah.
You got to go back 2 years, dude.
A long way to go.
More.
Yeah. Is there a way to like just click it and go from the top?
I don't think so. I think I have to scroll. I think I can sort it by date, maybe,
the
but
whole thing
I don't know.
And put it into ChatGPT and have it summarize all of
it. It'll there's definitely going to be a section in there about how did Chris not know his big boss from
my
MGS3,
bro. Jesus. This one's funny. This one I'll put in this chat just because I found it on Reddit. Fucking this cracks me up every time I see it posted.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
It's like, fuck you, dude. Like you don't even know what we're about to put you through.
You do all the work. I'm gonna go chill in outer heaven with a bunch of my bros. You built the legend. All the cool stuff I did is classified, so nobody knows my shit.
Yeah. Bacon, you have any thoughts?
It's crazy to see it come to this in the end of, like I said, since being here from before day one. Glad we're done with this game. It was playing the game itself was fun. Having to deal with the story was not. Now having those controls in Delta is still good, but
spoilers.
I'm excited to hear you say that.
No, it's been a lot of fun though. It's a crazy ride,
and it's not done yet.
To see how it's all, it's just seeing how it's all grown.
Yeah. To be honest, I didn't think it would grow this much. I remember at the beginning, I was kind of obsessing as how the numbers were going up, and then at a certain point, I just stopped caring. Like I just stopped looking.
Yeah.
And if I look at the numbers now, I'm like, what the fuck? How does this happen?
I have a question for you, Noise in German. Knowing what you know now and hearing my theories and thoughts and everything of the series, and I know we've messed around before about like, do you really not know anything about this? Are you playing us like a fiddle? But what are your guys's?
They played us like a damn fiddle.
what are you guys' thoughts and opinions and everything on how I've experienced? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, what do you feel about how I've experienced the game and the series and everything, considering I got to play one game after another, and it wasn't like you guys where you had years in between to kind of theorize and think about things. And for me, it was like, okay, you just finished this game. What are your thoughts? You have, 1 or 2 weeks to think of that, and then we're moving on.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts and feelings and opinions and everything on that? And like, would you do it again? I guess, like, would you repeat this experiment or whatever you want to call it?
Well, here's my thoughts.
Shut up!
Would I repeat this? Like would I do this again with you?
With me or with anyone else?
Oh, okay. I get you. Okay, I get you. Yeah, honestly, with someone who's never played it, honestly, this is a series I like so much. I've been trying for many, many moons to like get my wife into it and like her brother, and like they suck at video games, but I'm like kind of thinking like, well, want to watch me play this cool game that has badass fucking, story and all that stuff, right? So like, yeah, if I could do it all over again with someone else, I think it was fun. I enjoyed watching you struggle in some of the same areas, in some areas that you shouldn't be struggling.
Yeah, like the hallway boss from MGS2.
Honestly, the fact that it was like back to back it was actually kind of cool too, though. Like I said, I also wish, like I said, not that I wish this on you, but like I said, I think I said it once before. It was like where we got ground zeros and then had to wait a full year and a half or whatever for the full game to come out. Really kind of, still hurts me. It still stings because like, fuck, dude, that, but you got to do it back to back. So that to you was a nice, it wasn't that harsh of a wait or anything. And between any game wasn't a wait.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's kind of like we're talking about with anime or movies or anything like that. Like, hey, I happened to binge watch My Hero Academia. I didn't have to wait like everyone else for freaking, years for this shit to come out. I waited for the whole show to be pretty much done by the time I watched it. Same thing with Breaking Bad. So yeah, it's one of those things where like you don't get that extra sting of like having to wait, leaving off on cliffhangers and all that stuff, because you just click on the next episode. And with this game, we left you with okay, this game's over, let's recap it, what are your theories, on to the next one. So yeah, I like this experiment, if you will. I like this whole thing we did, and I would totally do it again if I could with someone else.
Okay.
Hopefully they don't suck as much as you do, and we can
I'm the world's worst gamer, so
no, and I mean that with love. And I mean that with love, Chris. But no, I definitely enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, I mean, same. I've been trying to get people who have never heard of this franchise into it. Like when I was a teenager, I used to record the cutscenes of MGS1 onto one like cassette tape, like a VHS, right? And it was just enough that it would fit. When you could configure a VHS to be 2 hours, 4 hours, or 6 hours.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I fit the whole fucking cutscenes thing on the 6-hour LP version, the long play configuration. And I would try to play it for my parents. I'd be like, you need to watch this shit because this shit's crazy. And, my mom would like fucking sit there through it and be like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, and I would think like my dad would like it because it's like, dude, this is right up your alley. This is fucking Die Hard, but like crazier, and
yeah.
That's the thing that you guys have had such an amazing opportunity with this too, with Chris, because it's something that we all want to do, where we all have an experience of some sort that means so much to us that we want to share it with people around us that we care about, and we want to see them have the same experience or even excel that experience. So all of us have come into this series not at the first game, whereas Chris has been able to have that. We've been able to, or you guys have been able to take that experience and go, I really wish I'd played all those other games. I want to see a fresh perspective. What does someone see when they're seeing this story progress in chronological release date order? How does that feel to them? And getting to do it back to back to back to back every single week, like you just get bombarded with this story in a way that neither of you were able to have in the way that what game you played first and all that sort of stuff, and having access to it. Whereas giving Chris that's such a cool gift to give someone, is to take all of these decades of experience and love for something and go, I really want you to experience this and have a better experience than I did.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I've been lucky enough to be married to someone who was actually brought into the Metal Gear series by German. Like German exposed my wife to Metal Gear Solid. So she has an idea of like everything that's going on and saw me play through 5, I think. I don't remember. But maybe saw German play through 5. I don't remember who or what, because that's around the time I met her, so 2015. But yeah, when I'd be playing it, she'd be sitting there watching and just taking it in, just the same as me. So that's like that's literally the only other person I had to share Metal Gear with was my wife. And it took fucking how many years since fucking 1999 all the way to 2015 to find somebody to be like, hey, this thing I like. And she's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. And I'm like, what? The fuck do you know what this is? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
So
do you have a brother? We need to be friends.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that's literally how that kind of happened. She was like, you should hang out with my brother because he loves this series. And I would hear about, I'd hear the tales of this man named German who loved almost every single fucking game and series that I was into. When she discovered that I played Monster Hunter, she was like, oh my God, my brother fucking loves Monster Hunter. And I was like, oh my God, there's somebody else in the world who knows about Monster Hunter also?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You were like, did you say nerd?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that.
And then you were like, you have a brother from Germany?
Yeah.
But I was going to say, one quick going back to that Chris question too. And also, Chris, you've been a fucking trooper in this as well.
Yes.
Because you fucking stuck it out, except for freaking, what was it? The NES ones, right?
Yeah, well, we were given 1 week to play both those games.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're going back to them.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you've been a trooper, man. Like, you could have at any point said, this shit's not for me. I don't really care. It's not fun or whatever. But you've been sticking it through. I'm glad. I hope you've enjoyed it. It definitely sounds like you've been enjoying it. So.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, to answer your question, Jeremy, I definitely have an appreciation for it. I like my biggest praise, I guess, from all of this, from the fandom and everything like that, is I remember when I first started playing and I was streaming the game and everything. One of my biggest fears was someone's going to come in and spoil something. Someone's going to say something. Someone's going to be stupid. I realized I didn't stream every game. However, every time someone came in, I would just simply tell them, like, this is my first time playing this series. I'm doing it as part of a podcast. I just asked no spoilers. And everyone I came across was respectful of that. And that is what I'm most appreciative of. Because so many times, so many game series out there, especially on Twitch, you get so many trolls and they're just, oh, just this happens and that blah blah blah, and it's like, dude, you just ruined the game for me, or whatever,
Well, that's how 5 was spoiled for me, dude. Yeah. I made the mistake of going into a Twitch stream and somebody fucking said it, and I was like, fuck,
yeah,
why did I come in here?
But
I was just nonchalantly looking for like tips on how to play this style of gameplay that I've never played before, like the stealth thing. And the guy on the YouTube saying, being as you're not Big Boss, the real Big Boss. And I was like, what the fuck? No. And it was like super early. Yeah. I was like, God damn it.
But yeah, I was just like, that was my biggest thing, was that the people I did come across that knew this game and they were fans of it and everything were very, very good to say either like I remember there was a few times Bacon would be streaming and he would put in his title like, Chris, don't show up, or you can't show up, or like he would message me beforehand like, don't show up in the next few streams because it's spoilers, things like that. And I just appreciate that, because so many times nowadays you get people that are just for the fun of it or whatever reason, even if they're just talking casually about the game, they don't mean to spoil it for you if they don't know that you don't know the series,
right?
And they're talking about theories or whatever.
Well, they're all wanting to do the same thing that German
exactly
did. They all want to see you have that experience that they did. Like it's a definite thing with this community, more so than a lot of other games. Like you wouldn't get that in a Call of Duty or some other shit. They would just spoil fucking everything for you. But the community that you have, because people know how convoluted and elaborate and interesting the entire story is, and cliffhangers all the time. People want you to have that. People want you to have that experience, and they want to see your reaction and go, "Fuck, is that what I looked like when I first saw that happen?" You know, like that was it brings back flashbacks. You go, "Fuck, I remember the first time that happened. That was like blowing my mind," you know. And then they watch you go through it, and they're like, "Come on, Chris, do something, say something," you know. Like they're just hanging for it.
And Metal Gear grows on you like a vocal cord virus. Dude.
Yeah,
you just want to inject it into your throat.
Yeah,
like you can hear it in German throughout this entire podcast. He's always just like, "So, Chris, this next part, this happened. This happened. So, what do you think about that, Chris? Chris, let me know." Like every episode, and it's the best. It was like, oh my god, I remember that. What happened? I want to hear what Chris has to say about this. It's so cool.
And everybody has that, right? Like you think to yourself, like, if I could, what's the Jim Carrey movie? Where they forget things.
Oh,
Eternal. Yeah, if you could Eternal Sunshine yourself and forget like your favorite TV show or your favorite video
Chris hasn't seen
series.
Spoilers.
It's on the list. It's on the list. It's on the list.
Whoops.
Oh, he doesn't know. He didn't remember.
No, he'll forget by the time we get to it.
Yeah, I probably will.
Chris doesn't pay attention.
But yes, for those who have seen Eternal Sunshine,
where are we?
Like that.
You know what I'm talking about. And like you get, Chris, you guys get to do that through Chris, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And giving us the opportunity as listeners to also do that.
Yeah. I would go through it again, but not in a podcast. Like I wouldn't let it take 2 years.
Where we grow the Metal Gear fandom one listener at a time.
Yeah. No, I
Oh my god!
I am most excited, as I'm sure Draugr and Bacon, to show this to my kid and see what he thinks of it. When he can finally understand it and be like, "Wait, what?" And like he knows who Snake is. He says, "Are you playing Snake?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm playing Snake."
Oh yeah, that's cute.
So he knows, and he, as much as it was pissing me off at the time, I love it. But he'd be like, "Snake, Snake, Snake," and I'm like, "I know I died. I know I fucking died. I don't need you to fucking tell me I died." And he'd say the same thing, "Boss, boss," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Dude, as long as he doesn't say, "Are you taking him too?" Or is he coming back to base 2?
Oh, yeah.
But is he coming too?
As it was happening, I'm like, "Could you go to the other room?" But at the same time, I'm like, "I love this."
I can see you going to like his school, picking up some kids from as his. You bring him too?
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to now is putting him through it. Like, hey, we're gonna go through this from the beginning. Like you're gonna suffer as Chris did.
Oh jeez.
Well, and I
Can
gotta
we play
say,
the remake? Nope, you're playing 3.
Yep.
And
that's final.
Like, I can't imagine how you guys felt trying to hold back a lot of this information and theories and all that kind of stuff. I know you had the secret channel of you guys get to talk about it in there, and I don't get to see anything. But doing the podcast, I can tell so many times, especially with German. Like I just want to say something, but I can't. I can't say it.
I'm a lot more subtle.
And Noise working right along with him, like, well, what about this route? And throwing me off on purpose.
Yeah. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
I was Ocelot the whole time, man. I was just like, that's why he's my favorite character.
Yeah. But no, it was a lot of fun. I, as the quote unquote test subject, I very much enjoyed it. It was a blast. I had a lot of fun. Especially like you said, Draugr, getting to hear German every week. Like, what do you think? What are your theories? What do you think? What's on your mind? What's going to happen next? And all that kind of stuff. And then the reverse of Noise, trying to point me in different directions. And well, here, think about these 3 things, so you can't sleep at night for the next 3 weeks, and all that kind of stuff. And
Chris
was
the brain meme constantly.
Yeah,
trying to go to sleep.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun getting to theorize and think of different things and like Bacon said, as we were getting towards the end of the as I finished the game, he made the comment like, it's funny that you were so on point.
Oh jeez.
That this wasn't Snake, but you were so close yet so far. You knew. Yeah. and it was a lot of fun, just getting to experience all this for the first time, getting to theorize, bounce ideas off you guys, and then when we finish the game, you guys, this is what I thought, or this is what I experienced with the game and when I first played it, and it was a lot of fun, and I really, really appreciate it.
You're the prototype, dude. You're Solid Snake, and
this was pretty much
This was the S3 program.
Noise is going to do Noise. You're going to do the S3 program with your son. He's going to be
hell
right.
Yeah.
So, and I'll be Pliskin.
I'm going to dress him up in the skull suit.
Yeah. That is so good, though. Can you imagine Chris comes over while you're teaching your son how to play, and Chris is like there, like
that's
the
not
original,
Snake.
Like trying to,
no, that is not Solid Snake.
Yeah. It was quite a ride. So
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Chris, because you're like German said, you're always such a good sport. You're so open-minded about things. When we asked you, you were like, yeah, I don't know anything. Because it originally was supposed to just be German and I.
Mm-hmm.
And then I asked him, I was like, wait, what if we bring in Chris, who he said he has no idea about this franchise. That should make it interesting, right? If we focus on Chris, because you and me would have just, talked the game to death. Like we'd have just been beating a fucking dead horse. Like, and the community would have just been like, yeah. Well, of course it's amazing. Yeah, that's why we're listening. Yeah, instead of like Draugr said, it's just like Chris, we want to hear what you think. We want a brand new person to tell us to almost validate the thing we like, and to also hear what he didn't like, right? Because we could all, some of us can relate, like Draugr and me are like, fuck 4, and others are like, but 4 is great, and that's just the way it's going to be. It's great to hear a new voice.
And some people are just wrong and they say they like 2, and I don't. Yeah.
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
And they said like 5, so we all agreed.
Honestly.
So Chris, after playing all of these games, who's Bay?
Who's Bay?
Who's Bay?
Right.
Right.
The entire series, who's Bay?
It's still Meryl.
Meryl.
Wow.
Yeah. Meryl. It's not just that. It's the fact that she's willing to fight for what she wants, whereas, and I understand a lot of girls do, but like Naomi, she's like, she's
manipulative.
She kind of fights. Yeah, she's manipulative. Mei Ling is good backup. She's good support. I feel like in a fight she wouldn't be that good.
Why trying to fight these girls?
I'm not trying to fight them. I'm just saying why Meryl is superior.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's just something about Meryl that strikes my fancy. No, Rose doesn't count. Rose doesn't exist.
He's talking about the actual Bay that everybody agrees on. Venus from Acid 2 in that
sweater. Right there. Yep.
With her figgle jizzix.
Right there. You're getting closer.
Yeah, Takayami. Those things were fucking...
Oh, yeah, her too. Yeah, Jesus.
She gets stuck in the floor and you get that upskirt.
Venus?
What was it?
Venus? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What the hell? That was so weird. That fucking PPSSPP glitch. Because you didn't have the BIOS or something in there. So it was freaking out.
Yeah. No, remember, when her neck would just stretch like a fucking giraffe. That was fun.
You're like, look, I've left it for like 10 minutes. Her neck is super long. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, man. Snake's backpack and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. German, you?
Man. I think I agree with Chris. I love Meryl a lot. I like Mei Ling. I think Mei Ling. Mei Ling. She is definitely super cute. Unfortunately, I think she is a little too innocent for me. So it has to be Meryl. That's my vote. I do like Natasha too, though. Natasha's got that freaking, what do you call it?
That Russian accent?
Dude, not just that. Like she like
that mail order bride vibe.
No, like kind of like a.
She's like confident. Hey,
she's very confident.
That's what it is. She's tough. Yeah, she knows her shit. She's confident.
Pleasure to work with you.
What about Sunny if she was older?
Yeah.
No, Sunny. No.
She can't make eggs, mate. Don't do that.
That's literally she can't make eggs.
Oh my god.
Wow. Took him a second.
No more bloodline.
No, for me, it's still Mei Ling. She's someone I could have a conversation with, philosophize.
That's what it is, isn't it? Mine's paramedic, and I
like her. Yeah. You can talk. Talk
see
movies
a lot of
with her all the
my
time.
My own wife.
Oh that's true. Dang,
we should invite her onto Best of the Worst and Popping the Corn.
Oh yeah.
We'd only watch Godzilla.
Just go through her movie list and then add in sound bites of her talking about it.
Yeah. Oh yes, we can't forget about Kaz's Bay. Anyone got Kaz's Bay?
He's 75% off right now.
What?
Sick.
Because he's missing an arm and a leg.
He's missing an arm and a leg.
Yes, I know.
Discounted.
And he's blind, so
yeah.
Who's yours?
Who?
Oh, I thought Bacon said his.
No, he just said he was just saying that cause is blind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No. Drugger said paramedic, right?
Yeah.
Bacon. What about you?
You know what? Olga.
Okay.
Oh.
Olga.
Not one of the four beauties.
She's one of the four with a figure as well.
She would
Have you got a
kick
thing
your
against razor blades?
Razor blades.
That's
she
fine.
doesn't know what a razor blade is.
Olga's tough. Olga is tough. She'd kick your ass.
Yeah, she'll kick your ass while she's pregnant.
So my
dog.
wife sometimes.
No
What
doubt.
about you, Mr. Robot?
Venus.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's his fire. His desire.
No one for White Swallow, huh?
Oh man. Teleco. I was gonna mention earlier, but I forgot.
And then Olga can also wear the suit. The ninja suit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. True.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cool.
What about what is it? Le Clown as Teleco.
The clown.
Is that what it's called? What was it called?
She's the one.
Yeah. No, it was the one. Yeah.
Le One.
The one, but
who was Clown? What was the name of the clown?
Fuck. I don't remember. It's
Sorry,
something clown.
I fucked you up by saying Le Clown.
But we never
She's
saw
the
her
one
real
and only
face.
for me.
So.
Or the puppets.
The puppets.
Chris,
Oh,
can you stop going for the underage ones? God,
The puppets were cursed.
like no one has mentioned pause.
No. But she's of age.
Not underage.
Yeah, she's supposed to be like
No, she
26 or
did.
something.
She got fisted on
Yeah.
a helicopter.
She's of age.
Yeah.
She's also
She's
dead.
just
So.
saw too much of her too.
We saw
Chris.
too much of her. Yeah. Smaller doses of pause, please. No Eva? Nobody went for Eva.
No. The fact that she's trying so hard to be sexy just kind of doesn't do it for me.
Or the boss. No one for the boss either.
Oh yeah.
No,
Come on, German. The boss? Come on.
No. I love her in a different way. It's not sexual.
It's more
not
complicated than
sexual.
that, German.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ocelot could be Bay.
Or quiet.
Quiet. Nobody mentioned Quiet.
Nah, fuck up. Again, trying too
I
hard
mean,
to
Quiet
be
is my
sexy.
real Bay, actually, for me.
Quiet is your real Bay.
Yeah.
He's just got a
Venus
harem
is
over
close
there.
second.
For all you female listeners out there, who's your Bay?
Yeah.
Because this is always fucking one-sided. This whole podcast has been one-sided with the male perspective. So,
I mean, there is one conversation. I don't know if you guys have heard it between some of the female characters on the base.
Oh,
where
yes.
they're talking about like who would you rather be with or whatever.
yeah, I mentioned that a while back. Yeah. I
yeah.
was like, what the hell?
But yeah, no one mentioned the four beauties either.
We all get to we all get to stare at Snake's ass for hours on end.
Yeah.
He is thick.
Right?
Double cheeked up.
He is dummy thick.
No, were you bricked up because of Eva, or was it because of Snake? You don't know.
Yeah.
Always kind of question. No.
I think the real Bay is the gun from MGS3.
The operator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ask Snake.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
What is
that's
this?
right. half-naked woman right there, and he's focused on the gun. Yep.
She like unzips, and he's like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
that gun!
Where'd you get this?
It's polished into a near sheen."
Yeah.
Stroking.
She's like, "I
it the whole
could
time.
polish you to a near sheen."
Yeah.
He's like, "But this gun."
Yeah. What did she say by the fire? Like that she could eat him too or some shit?
I could eat. Yeah, something like that. I bet you taste like a wild beast or something
Yeah.
like that.
He's like, well, yeah, I haven't showered in like a fucking 12 hours. Or 24 hours by now.
This is such an anime trope. It's very anime.
It is.
I really don't remember that cutscene until German mentioned it. I was like, what? When did this fucking weird shadow cutscene happen? Like, I don't remember this
wrestling
at all. I feel like that would have been imprinted in my memories. But I guess it didn't.
Doesn't it only happen though if you don't
take it out?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you on the fucking ball and you've taken it out, then you're never going to see it. Because I don't think I saw it the first time I played it either. Because I was like, what the fuck's this? Let's take it out. Didn't get it. And then the tracker, when you're in...
You get the weird cutscene.
After interrogation.
Do that in Delta.
Yeah. You get it's like a cutscene within the main cutscene of them removing it and being all naughty.
She clearly steps on his nuts. It's awesome.
Like an Austin Powers kind of thing.
Yeah, it literally is that. Yeah.
Or the naked gun.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. To go back even further.
It kind of feels like it's in Snake's head of like what he wants to happen.
Yeah.
In a way. That's how it feels. It doesn't feel like it actually happened. It feels like it's like take away from reality and like let's just amp this up to 12 and go crazy.
Because 11 wasn't high enough.
And then you go back to normal again. Yeah, 11 wasn't. This one goes up to 12.
I love that fucking scene. It's just like, why not just make 10 louder? Because this one goes up to 11.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
These amps go up to 12.
All right. Well, it's time to move on. This is not the end. Not yet, as I almost said Ocelot, as Liquid says. We were trying to figure out whether or not we were going to buy this game and play it. At one point I was like, let's just watch the fucking cutscenes on YouTube, whatever, and watch some gameplay, and then we'll talk about it the next week. We're going to play this game, Metal Gear Survive. So for those,
German already has.
Yeah, German fucking spoiled it for everybody by
No.
Don't let Discord know what you're playing, dog. It always knows. There's a setting that you have to turn off. It's on by default, German. We probably should have told you that. Didn't think about it ahead of time. Yeah, it's not linked to Steam. It's just Discord knows what you're doing. Yeah, so we're gonna get 3 copies because unfortunately family sharing does not work. That's the reason German has it, is because we were testing like, okay, can we all play at the same time? No. If it's an online game, it will not work. It has to be a single player game according to Steam. Like that's why Baldur's Gate 3 works, because technically it's a single player game that you can invite other players to join you. But yeah, we tried the whole offline thing. Nothing worked.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kept kicking each other off pretty much. Yeah. So yes, for those who want to join us.
I have one more idea afterwards.
What
What
is
if
your
you
idea?
just actually like fully like disconnect from the internet?
We
start playing.
We did. Yeah. The
Then
thing
how
is
are you
that
kicking
the
each
thing
other
is that
off?
we want to play with each other.
Not just the game.
Then,
Yeah.
that's another
Yes,
issue.
that is another issue. Yeah. Otherwise, we're just fucking playing this game by ourselves, and we're gonna miss the whole point of the game, which is to play. What is it? Is it up to 4 people?
I actually no idea.
Yeah. Not that we're gonna be able to play the game with each other the whole time, but we'd like to. We might be the only 3 people playing this thing. But yeah, it's $30. Unfortunately, fucking did not get included in the autumn sale for Steam. Yeah, so we'll be on there, guys. How much time are we going to give this game?
Just a 1 week, I guess.
11 weeks.
Yeah, weeks. Well, nope, this one got to go up to 12.
Unsubscribe. I've unsubscribed already. Sorry,
guys. I think a week, right? I think because there is a story to it. I think we could do it in a week. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it, dude.
Neither have I. So.
Yeah, I think a week, right? Like nobody wants to hear.
Yeah.
Fucking 2 weeks of this shit.
No, I think a week is fine, and if I like it, I'll keep playing it on my own. I'm just kidding.
We know you, German. We know you're going to do it. You're going to see the incompleteness.
He's probably playing right now.
He's going to see the incompleteness of it, and he's just going to be like, I have to rage play this also.
I actually wanted to play Acid a couple of episodes ago, but
I still need to complete Acid too.
It says it's 22 and a half
22 and a half hours for fucking this game?
For the main story. Yep.
Listen, we'll give it a college try.
Yeah.
If we don't get to the end, we're
what
just
noise
gonna
means
watch.
is I'll play it for 3 hours and then stop.
I got other shit to do, man.
I know.
That is college.
Yeah.
How far? Speaking of, how far are you through the anime now? Just out of curiosity.
Oh shit!
2 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we got 2 weeks to watch all that shit.
Yeah.
My son is loving it. He asked us, remember that guy fell on that girl's chichis? And we're like,
oh,
yes, Miko, we remember that. Yeah. So thanks, Chris.
Fantastic.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. So just 1 week.
You can't see right now, but I am grinning. Very big grin.
I'm imagining it. Yeah. Okay.
Like Cheshire Cat version.
Cheshire. Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just echoing you.
Echo. Germany, you let us down.
Mm-hmm.
That was the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Clipped it there.
Just stop.
Done.
I died.
Non-lethally, I hope.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, yeah, that'll do it for this one. Just 1 week on Survive. I don't want to torture anybody with this fucking game. It was fun torturing German for 11 weeks, but I can't do it to him again. And and after that, of course, we'll move on to Delta, which should make some people happy, and will make Draugr unsubscribe.
Yes.
You already did it. That was it.
I did 31 hours into the future.
Yeah. Okay. So checkpoint is finish the game if you fucking can.
All right.
Yeah. So this has been Codec Calls. If you guys would like to get a hold of us, you can do so by emailing us at fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com. You could also leave us a Codec Call message at 209-791-0995. But of course, as always, come join the Discord. It's fucking booming. We see people come in pretty often, which is nice. You could also catch us on Twitch. Links down below. I've been playing with my VR, loving it. Wish I pulled the trigger on it sooner, but alas, yeah, non-lethally. If you'd like to support us, you could do so on Patreon. You get live access to pod recordings, early access to episodes. You get a chance to be our guest, like these 3 guests here today, and you also get access to bonus content like movie reviews, movie commentaries, and I don't know how to describe this podcast still. It's a retro gaming podcast where I put Chris through the ringer and force him to play super hard games. But we go back and forth. So we've been playing Blaster Master. Have you gotten any further, dude?
Yeah. I haven't. I need to pick that up again. I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, I haven't touched that for a long time.
Me too. I don't
since I streamed that. Yeah.
Yeah. We might need some extra time on that one. If you want.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Either way. But speaking of streaming, I will be back.
Oh.
On Sunday and Wednesday.
Ooh. Oh, you have a schedule.
It'll be short term. It'll be Skyward Sword. My wife has some other appointments and stuff we got to worry about. But
okay.
I will be back on Sunday and Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's GMT -7.
Or plus, yeah.
Yeah, plus 37. Yeah, whatever.
31.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Plus 31. Yeah. So yeah, Draugr gets to watch before anybody.
Yeah.
I've already watched.
Yeah. He's already done. He hates it.
I won't give any spoilers.
How'd I do?
Don't know if I fell asleep.
Okay.
Also, if you'd like to leave a review, we'd be grateful. I'll read it on the pod. And please share us on your socials. We'd greatly appreciate that. And spread the gospel of MSF, because this wasn't actually Outer Heaven that we were building, Chris. We didn't tell you that. This isn't Outer Heaven, right? Because in Metal Gear 1, You're obviously not out in the ocean.
Yeah.
You're in the jungle somewhere. We also did discuss that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have been your co-host, Noise.
And guys, I'm Riser.
And I'm Damn It, Chris.
And our 3 other guests want to sign off.
And
Major, I'm burning up.
There we go. End podcast. Very good.
That was all 3 of them. All right, guys. See you later. Goodbye.